Test. Timbermen Wolves. Yep, mine's right next to mine.
Testing. What?
We hear you. Yep.
know that summer has arrived when it's 30 degrees outside, but lacrosse action is heating up even more inside. Welcome to Frank Crane Arena for West Coast Senior Lacrosse Association Senior B lacrosse action between the visiting Victoria Wolves and the hometown Nanaimo Timbermen. My name is Matt Carter. Thank you very much for joining us on Shaw TV for our broadcast this evening. For these teams, both these island rivals have 3 games remaining in the schedule and have some momentum heading toward the provincial playoffs. Victoria is coming off a big 18-6 win over the Valley Rebels, while Nanaimo is on a 4-game winning streak, but their last loss coming at the hands of the Wolves back in June. Now, how good is this rivalry? Nanaimo and Victoria are 1-1 against each other this year and met in the first round of the playoffs last year, a 2-game sweep for the Timbermen. Looking at the league standings right now, let you know the top 6 teams all make the playoffs. We know who those teams are, but not the order, so there still are some games to play to get those standings settled. For the last 2 games for each team, after tonight, Victoria has 2 more games on the road against the Royal City Capitals and Lander Pioneers, while Nanaimo goes on the road to face the Langley Warriors on July 14th before returning to Frank Crane Arena to battle the second place Coquitlam Adanacs. Now, while Nanaimo and Victoria are both stingy teams, they're both 1 and 2 in goals against average in the league, our players to watch are 2 offensive leaders. Start off here from the Victoria Wolves, number 10, Jordan Cunningham. He actually leads the Wolves in goals, points, and power play goals. He's also 8th in the league for scoring and also tied for the league lead in game-winning goals. And if my research also serves me right, he was also a former draft pick of the Senior A Nanaimo Timbermen a number of years ago. Again, that's number 10, Jordan Cunningham, one of the leaders for Victoria Wolves. For the Nanaimo Timbermen, watch out for team captain number 37, John Diplock. Diplock, a 2017 second-team league all-star who also captained the 2015 champion Timbermen squad. He leads the teams in goals, assists, and obviously points, and is also 5th in league scoring. A great leader and a potent offensive contributor for the Nanaimo Timbermen, number 37, John Diplock. Also on today's broadcast, we're going to talk about the upcoming Senior B National Lacrosse Championship, the President's Cup, which is going to be taking place right here in Nanaimo in August and September. Again, in Frank Crane Arena in Nanaimo. We're looking at some promo videos for that and finding out more about the tournament, again, in our intermissions between periods. Just a quick note here as well, revolving some special teams. Big ups to Nanaimo's penalty kill, currently number 1 in the league with an 80.5% success rate. Also, for shorthanded goals, Nanaimo very potent, number 1 in the league with 16 shorthanded goals in 15 games, so obviously more than 1 shorthanded goal per game going for. Victoria actually last in the league for shorthanded goals, 5 shorthanded goals in only 14 games. As mentioned though, Jordan Cunningham absolutely decisive at the end of matches, tied for the league with other players for game-winning goals. Quickly let you know, of course, about our play-by-play team. Dan Marshall and Jen Kipp, very happy to have him back there on the Shaw TV broadcast. And a couple of notes here before we just get ready for the national anthem. We'll talk also about on special teams, the power play side of things. Nanaimo and Victoria very, very close in the league standings. They're number 4 with a 25% success rate. Victoria number 5 with a 24% success rate. I mentioned earlier, of course, how Nanaimo, number 1 in the league in the penalty kill, a very good thing for them, as 4 of the top 10 penalty minute gainers in the league are from Nanaimo. Watch out for Steve McFarland, Brad Mezzacato, Shane Atwell, and Miles Kenny. The only Victoria player in the top 10 for penalty minutes is Josh Nelson with 45 penalty minutes there on this season. All right, we're going to throw things up now to our play-by-play team. Having us on the play-by-play team, Dan Marshall and Jen Kipp. We'll head up to the play-by-play. We'll also meet our starting goaltenders, and in a moment's time, listen to tonight's national anthem, O Canada.
Thank you so much, Matt. Jim Kipp, anytime that Nanaimo and Victoria play, there's always guys on both sides that know each other very well. There's friends, there's rivals, and no exception here. Guys that in the Nanaimo-Victoria rivalry in junior, in senior, have been teammates and adversaries for a long time.
Yeah, it goes the island way with this Victoria-Nanaimo rivalry. Is players who, and actually the interesting thing is they take no prisoners. Even though they know the guy, they get a good enjoyment of playing hard against each other and making sure that they do that extra thing. So there's always a good game happening when Nanaimo and Victoria hit the floor.
Corey Conway in the lineup for Nanaimo. We were expected to see him last Wednesday when we were here for a game as well, and he wasn't in the lineup. But this is a Senior A ball player, a National Lacrosse League player, a guy that has boatloads of talent, and you won't notice him on the stat sheet yet for the Timbermen, but he's a guy to watch for, number 91 today in red, that is a real difference maker and should be in all offensive situations one of the leaders, even though there's only a few games left in the regular season.
Absolutely talented skill set, Corey Conway. When I played in the Western Lacrosse Association, Brian Evans set a 12-point assist record in one of the games we played. phenomenal. That record held until Corey Conway, and I'm talking 1979-80, right in that, I think it was 80 season, and Corey beat it 2 years ago, and he got 13 assists in one game. So the kid is unbelievably talented. And
He
you look
is
through
a
his
pure
roster.
playmaker.
Oh, pure. And he can go to the net with the ball. He's got a wicked shot, that beautiful release from his shoulder, and he's good with the ball and smart with it.
On the Victoria side, they weren't supposed to be this good. In a legitimate battle in the top 3 in this league, they have had a fantastic year, and this is a team that hasn't been in the West Coast Senior Lacrosse Association for very long.
No, it's interesting. They're playing. Oh, I guess we should.
Let's head downstairs to the end.
Downstairs.
Here at Nanaimo's Frank Crane Arena between the Victoria Wolves and the Nanaimo Timbermen. The Timbermen in red and the Wolves in their white jerseys. And there you see netminder Brandon Mulligan getting a key start here for the Victoria Wolves in this game.
And Mulligan's a good goaltender, good kid, covers a lot of the net. He's a stand-in there goalie. He likes to make you pick the shot.
On the other side, Nick Patterson, a veteran who has played for the Victoria Shamrocks before, and you can say that about many guys that played for either Nanaimo or Victoria before. We got the chance to watch him give up only 4 goals last Wednesday in a key game here against Ladner. He looks in mid-season form.
Oh, it's amazing. Nick's been a good goaltender, a strong, athletic goalie who likes to move. I mean, he moves his body around. Is Nick starting tonight? Who we got in goal?
Well, it looks like it's Dubinsky. We thought it was going to be Patterson, but it looked like
I thought
it's
my
Pete
lineup
Dubinsky.
said Patterson, but Dubinsky. Well, Nick is a tremendous goalie, and so is Pete. Dubinsky's an ex-Nanaimo junior goalie. Got lots of shot time in that league when he played Junior A here, and has done an outstanding job. Of course, came down this year from the Senior A team.
Just a year removed from being the #1 man for the Senior A Nanaimo Timbermen, and a guy that also has National Lacrosse League experience. As we get set for the opening face-off, Adam Bacular-Evans will take it against Dylan Bernard, and we'll get underway. All-island matchup in the West Coast Senior Lacrosse Association. Bacular-Evans tried to scoop the ball. Rashford got it ahead as the Wolves look to get something going on offense, but immediately Chalker with a steal and a diving pass towards the front of his own net. Timbermen come ahead. Led towards center by the veteran Graham Palmer. Moves it off to another veteran in Corey Shires. Pass down and in. Played across the floor, and here comes Corey Conway. We talked about him in the opening. Conway from the outside looking, flips a pass on a dip block. Good save by Mulligan, and there you see the passing ability of Conway.
That's going to be a good matchup with Jonathan and Corey on that side of the floor.
Fedrigo on the ball for the Wolves. Dumps it backwards now as Victoria will move up into the offense. Opportunity from the outside. Ball is fed to Kelly, moving towards the front, twisting and turning, firing one, kicked away by Dubinsky. Rebound shot, that one off Dubinsky and off the post as well.
Posting out, lucky for Nanaimo on that one. Good quick transition here.
Doug Langlois now.
We remarked the game the other day whether they take the ball for the net as a transition. We'll see how Nanaimo plays that today.
Wilson to Shires. Corey Shires from the outside. Postma running on the other side to get open for him. That's where the ball goes. Postma picks it up nicely. Excellent runner. Now to Shires. Shires looking. Pass to the crease. And a big-time save by Mulligan. Postma couldn't quite outweight him.
Postma crossed the crease really nice. A couple of fakes and great save.
A lot of net was open, but Mulligan making the big stop. Still scoreless here in Nanaimo. Just about 2 minutes in is a high shot from Shires. A stop rebound opportunity, and diving through the crease was K.O. Ratcliffe.
There's another player with senior ball experience come up from Victoria to play for Nanaimo in his first WA League years. Good to see him with Nanaimo Senior B team.
Griffiths passes the ball off. Spence from the outside. Plays the ball down low. Opportunity from in behind. Ball goes up top for Spence. Looking. Tries to make a swim move on Dieterle. Cuts to the crease and scores. Spence makes it 1-0. Great shot.
Beautiful cut through the crease there.
The Wolves open things up with James Spence making a cutting move to the front of the goal and finding a hole in behind Pete Dubensky. Just a wonderful run. Took some contact and hard to find the release point. He was in the air as he got that shot away.
Beautiful swim move to beat the Nanaimo defender too. And then a nice cut to the net and a little dive just before. Great play. Nice play by Spence.
Wolves 1, Timbermen nothing. Ball up for grabs in front of the Victoria net, and it took quite a while to settle it down, but finally the Wolves do. Jaeger running the floor into Nanaimo territory. Wolves on the ball. Bernard from the outside looking. Passing towards the crease. Goes off the stick. 5 on the 30. Dumped down towards the front of the net by McMillan, and Victoria's going to have to relinquish the ball, it looks like here. It does come down to Dubensky now, and he will fire it forward. Moves the ball to Sterling Mitchell. Veteran on the back line for the Timbermen to Doug Langlois. Moving right down against the wall. Has Darren Wilson with him. Pass goes back to Fennick on the other side. Conway, who's faking. Conway moves the ball. Darren Wilson loading, twisting, a pass towards Langlois. Goes right back, right to the middle. There's a shot that goes high and deflects out of play, and it's going to be Victoria ball here. A good defensive set by the Wolves that time.
No, yeah, they kept Nanaimo outside the dot for the most part of it. Jonathan had a chance to get the ball to the net there.
Short passes the ball down low. Opportunity from the angle. Lyons to Cunningham. Cunningham spins. He's got an open look and a shot off the crossbar, but he was in the crease as he shot it.
Touched the crease on that one, but nice play again. Took the defender deep and cut around him.
Shane Chalker for Nanaimo. To Corey Shires. Victoria 1. Nanaimo nothing. Shires moving towards the net. Trying to penetrate deeper, lost the ball. Nanaimo gets it back. Chance from distance. Postman twisting and turning. Throws it to Shires. Quick shot. Mulligan just got his arm out, and that looked like it was labeled for the top corner, Jim.
From where I was standing, it was going up right and tight into the top corner, and Mulligan made a nice arm save on that one. I think a piece of his elbow on it.
Nanaimo gets the reset. Ball up top for K.O. Ratcliffe. Postma on the other side. Looking to get open, fires it to Darren Wilson, put it across the crease. Quick stick and a goal. Nanaimo ties it at 1-1. Fendick. Tough to catch up if you're Mulligan on that one because it's a cross-floor pass, and that's what you do. You talked about a good angle goaltender. That's how you beat him.
Well, and that's the thing, too. It was a nice, I think here comes the play, a nice pass from the left shooter to the crease. Goaltender didn't have much chance. And like you say, a technical goaltender is standing his ground. He didn't get set for that ball. Fendick put it in on a quick stick.
1 goal each side and a couple of beauties to open this lacrosse game. We're just 4 minutes in, and each team has hit the sheet already. Nanaimo's Corey Conway has the ball, wearing his familiar 91 that he's worn at so many levels. Stepping towards the front. Conway to Langlois. Langlois now to Darren Wilson from the outside. A shot misses. High rebound. Recovered nicely by Fendick. To Conway. Diplock there with him. Conway on the move to the middle. Shoots one. Missed with that. Rebound. He's trying to recover. Conway down deep. One arms it out front. That might be a Victoria steal, though. It goes all the way down, and Dubensky's going to be able to play this, but the 30-second clock winds out anyway. And on that shift, Conway almost looked like a man amongst boys there.
Yeah, when he bumped the 2 guys in the drive to the net from the top there, his body moved those guys pretty at will.
Elias setting up for Victoria. Passing down to the corner. Now it's up top for Kelly. On the move. Kelly looking to get loose. Spence runs a pick for him. Still Kelly being grappled, and there's going to be a Nanaimo penalty upcoming. Ball to the wall for the Victoria goal scorer, Spence. The Wolves continue to control. Spence wants to settle it down, although there's only 7 in the possession. Spence to Elias. Elias to Spence. Tried to shoot it through. Shane Chalker didn't get it through, and it's going to be a holding call against Chalker and the Timbermen.
It was interesting. Chalker was getting beat on that one a little bit. I think he had to grab for the man. It was just a bit too obvious. And here it comes up here. So here it is, and right around here it is. Yeah, right there. He's reaching around. He was getting beat to the outside, to the top, and he put his stick over top and impeded his forward progress. Got a hold.
Wolves bring in the man advantage. Cunningham down to the crease for Kelly. Plays the ball off. Cunningham to Kelly. Turns and fires. Nowinski got his arm out for that. Ball up for grabs in the corner. Cunningham tries to recover. It goes right into Nowinski's crease, and he's got it from there. Jumping out and looks for the outlet man.
Shires.
Nanaimo starts the ball rag now. Cody Short trying to guard Shires against the wall. Shires directing traffic. Ratcliffe runs through. Fendick on a run to the net. Ball goes to the other side.
There's the up, down, and off that works good here. This man should have been out here to get the ball. So they got trapped a bit in the corner. What they're hoping to produce is an up and down on each side and move the ball across.
Fendick right now is in a double team, but he swims out of it, turns in front, and his shot is stopped. Loose ball opportunity. Fendick trying to hop to it by the Wolves bench. And Nanaimo's going to get the ball back.
I guess it was a push possession with a loose ball. There's the players arguing with the referee, but that's not going to change Darcy's mind.
The Wolves wanted the over and back call there. Nanaimo captain John Diplock for Darren Wilson. Wilson to Diplock. Diplock moves the ball in. Conway from the corner, cradling the ball as he moves up top. Wilson trying to get loose on the other side. Conway lofts the ball down. Diplock on the move, trying to cut through defenders. He does, he shoots, he scores! John Diplock, top corner, posted in.
Beautiful cut by Diplock there around his man. Excellent run from the corner. He did a nice little arc, kind of just inside the dot, and excellent cut, score top corner.
You get the feeling that Diplock and Conway are going to like playing together.
Here we go here. You can see him come out of the corner. Nice power drive through 2 guys. Picks the top corner. Just a little off his shooting side, but a beautiful shot by Jonathan after coming out of that 2-man check.
And boy, there wasn't much room there above the arm. Short-handed goal by the Nanaimo captain. Timbermen have a 2-1 lead. Wolves still have 19 seconds of power play time. They're trying to set up now. Elias faking. Moves the ball off. Now it's Cunningham to the crease. No shot from there. Blind feed for Kelly. Now Elias again. Loading. Shooting one. Nowinski got a big piece of it. Ball off into the corner. Cody Short with the recovery. Short plays the ball up top. Long range shot. Didn't get through to the goal. Power play is over. Chalker's back on the floor. Wolves on the ball with a fresh 30 here. Cunningham from the outside looking. Flips the ball down low. Opportunity from the side for Preston. Preston's on the move. Shoots the ball across Elias. High feed. Kelly couldn't take it down. Cunningham will. 8 on the 30. Cunningham for Kelly. Getting in and a good save. Dubensky rebound loose. Miles Kenny trying to grab it. Kenny's on the ball. Scoops it ahead.
Nice feed by Victoria to get that open shot. Good defense by Nanaimo during that power play to keep them outside that dotted line.
Finally, the Wolves got a chance at the end of that possession, but Dubensky making the stop. Jackson had lost his stick. Everybody's got their sticks now as Shires continues with the ball. Timberman by 1, 10 on the 30 this time. Corey Shires to John Diplock, tries to penetrate. Diplock in. Mulligan stopped him standing up.
Yeah, good ball possession, and good defense. But again, Jonathan going to the net. He's not afraid to cut through 2 or 3 guys.
Elias on the ball. Connor Elias makes a pass to the side. Might be broken up by Sterling Mitchell. Mitchell had the ball knocked out of his hands, but he's still running towards it. Trying to get loose by the Victoria Nets. Forced off into the corner, but he's still trying to come up with that ball. Mulligan with the big goal stick was able to trap it and take control instead. Victoria gets another chance to move up the floor.
Good run by the 35-year-old Sterling Mitchell. Good effort there.
Able to keep the Wolves at bay. Loose ball towards center. Mickelson running to it. Cunningham arriving first. And this is going to be a Nanaimo ball here, as they say the man came off the bench early. Nanaimo possession, and they come up quickly. Pass to the middle. Mickelson, a shot, and a good save was made by Mulligan. Wolves on the ball. Spin move to get out of trouble. Ball into traffic, and Fedrigo couldn't get by the defenders, but he got some help on the way up the floor. Ashford plays it back.
Good press by Nanaimo there to keep Victoria at 14 seconds on the shot.
This will have to be a quick possession. There's Bernard with a drive, missing. Spence, another opportunity. Dubinsky down on his knees, makes the stop, looks for the outlet. Comes out of his crease. Short outlet pass this time.
Yeah, you'll ask any goalie. They want to see that ball. They want to see who's releasing it.
Darren Wilson, the left-hander, throws the ball back. K.O. Ratcliffe towards the front. Moves it off for Conway. Conway on the move, getting towards the front. Conway knifing through, scores! Great shot from Corey Conway, and it's 3-1 Nanaimo.
Excellent goal. I mean, there you see the power of a man in the hand skill set. Unbelievable from Corey.
And you'll see it on our replay coming up. What he was able to do with his hands to get in tight like that.
Controls the ball, cutting through the middle. He got a couple of good checks, and he cross hands the ball. You can see it. He drives his left hand underneath his right hand, does a cross.
And he's able to get that power on the flip.
Absolutely accurate. Look at here it is again here. Beautiful shot. Just touched the goalie. Excellent goal by Corey Conway.
Timbermen 3, Wolves 1.
It's a bit of a run here for Nanaimo with Wolves starting out the first goal.
Spence opened the scoring, and then Fendick dip-block shorthanded, and now Conway to make it 3-1. Nanaimo on the ball again. A shot from the angle goes high. Bounds out of play. Victoria ball, and up the floor comes Cunningham. Cody Short. Short looking, he's got Spence on the other side. That's where the ball goes. Spence on his way towards the net. Kelly is in tow. Spence continues with Kelly trying to run picks for him. Spence lane to the crease. Tried to shoot it short side. Crease violation would have been the outset there, but it was stopped anyway by Pete Dubinsky.
Victoria's taking the ball to the net every time, and they're getting a lot of ball time. They're moving it well.
Shire's moving up slowly. Across to Conway, sitting on 2 points already. Conway to the front, dip block in close, and he was run over. Wolves breaking back with numbers into Nanaimo territory. Yeager. Bashford, delay call against Nanaimo is coming. Goaltender to the bench. It'll be touched up down the floor, and this is going to be, I believe, another holding call against the Timbermen.
Well, I think there's too many defenders on the floor, actually, what I think the call will be. I think the defender came out of the bench way too early on that. Let's see what his call is. Poke his fingers into his hand. We got a...
Yep, you're right on.
Yeah.
Too many players on the floor in
Nanaimo. Came off the bench too early. There's a replay on that. You can see here on the clear, the player's not on the bench, and Nanaimo was already out of the gate. And they're right by the referee. He just had to drag his foot a little there.
And our replay showed it well. The official in great position to make the call. The last Victoria power play was Nanaimo who got the goal. That by Diplock. Second power play for the Wolves right now. Up top, Lias. Waiting, shooting, stopped by Dubinsky. Rebound free, Graham Palmer's onto it. Palmer's on the run. Has a man coming off the bench to join him. Nanaimo had an excellent ball rag going the last time they were a man down. Cale Ratcliffe's up top this time. Wilson running through. Diplock comes on to join. Ball is passed off. Fendick against the wall. Tries to escape to the goal. Fendick, bouncing ball free. Trying to recover is Nanaimo's Ratcliffe. He won't. Here's Cunningham sprinting into Nanaimo territory. Cunningham gets to the net. Cunningham shoots one.
Crease again.
Crease violation called. Looked like that may have hit Dubinsky and the post as well.
And the post as well. Victoria's getting in just a little too tight. That's been about 3 to 4 crease calls they've had.
They're able to get around the Nanaimo defenders, but not in time to avoid the crease, and sometimes that's as good a defensive play as you can make.
Well, if you push them outside that prime shooting zone, that's a key to it.
Conway's got the ball again. Halfway through the Victoria man advantage. 3-1 Timbermen here in the first period. 8:10 to go in it. Ball to Darren Wilson. Wilson staying up top on a run to the middle. Shires tried to break off from his man, but Wilson takes the ball up top. The Nanaimo bench happy about the ball ragging that's happening here.
Half a minute left in the power play.
Wilson against the wall. No double team on him. A push though from Shires, and that's going to mean Victoria ball. And there's some pushing and shoving now. Look out.
Yeah, Corey should just walk away, walk away. He got away with a bit of a push, and always putting them both in.
Yeager and Shires will go into the box.
Well, Chase used to play here in Nanaimo too for the senior B team in that overtime. Here's the little play on that here. It's a bit of a shoving match. They engage, and then the second player comes in, and Shire stands his ground. They're definitely talking to each other.
Roughing calls both ways. Elias, Cunningham, great save, Dubinsky. Rebound opportunity, Preston. Cunningham waits, shoots up high. Ball goes free. Preston back on it. Cunningham to the crease for Elias. Elias faking. Long range shot didn't get through. A good block on Preston that time. Power play just about up. Now it is. Mickelson's back on the floor. Pass to the crease. A quick stick, and Dubinsky makes the save.
So 4-on-4 for a minute and a half here.
Victoria coming close, but still it's 3-1 Nanaimo. Connor Elias from the angle, a shot, and he bounces it high. Still in play. Wolves try to recover. A good job by Cunningham to do exactly that. Moves it to Kelly. From the outside, a shot. Oh man, that stung the Nanaimo defender, Kenny.
Kenny took that in the side of the helmet there. Those are always scary with that one. Yeah, good for Miles. It's another Victoria boy. Playing for Nanaimo.
Well, and a guy that's been back and forth. He's been a Shamrock at the senior level.
Here comes that.
He's been a senior A Timberman. He played for the Wolves last year.
Steps up nice. Come on, put himself in the position, and I think the shooter got him kind of just on the back of the helmet and the neck bounce. He'll be probably sore tomorrow, but I'm glad he's okay and up off the floor.
I think that one will hurt tomorroor more than it's going to hurt the rest of the game.
The next day.
And when you get home tonight.
The lacrosse bruise is always funny. It's got like a donut sometimes because it's deep in the middle and you get a bit of a ring.
Nanaimo off the face-off with Shane Shocker.
Circle contusion. Not fun.
No, the defenders sometimes have to stand and deliver, and that was from close range. From the outside, an opportunity for Fendick. Langlois other side. Down low, Cale Ratcliffe 10 on the 30. Ratcliffe looking, cutting through the shot. Mulligan keeps it out. Reset chance for Doug Langlois here as the ball goes back towards center court. Langlois on to it. Langlois moves the ball in for Fendick. Fendick on the run. Spence trying to guard him. Fendick to Diplock. Long range shot right into Mulligan. Hangs on to it.
30 seconds on the 4-on-4.
The Wolves will get an opportunity now. Their goal scorer, James Spence, is up ahead. To Jordan Cunningham. Cunningham plays the ball on the other side. Overhand shot there from Preston into Dubinsky. He makes the save and he hangs on to it. Dubinsky wasn't sure with the ball when as it popped out of his gear.
And see, the Victoria player saw that ball bounce and he wanted it.
Well, and Cunningham and Dubinsky used to be teammates with the senior A Timbermen as well.
Yeah.
Corey Conway moving up slowly. 1 goal, 1 assist for Conway already. Conway looking, passing off to the front. He had Postma making a run. Postma trying to get free. He does, diving through the crease and scores. Postma with a beautiful goal, and it's 4-1. Initially, Postma, I don't think, was expecting such a nice pass from Conway, and it was a second phase opportunity that he finally put in. But what a beautiful jump at the crease.
Here comes the replay here. Beautiful hard work in the corner to come off of the boards and make a nice jump short side. It was a good check by the defender. He just snuck out, come across, come back on the goaltender. Beautiful, beautiful hard work.
And the footwork was marvelous there at the paint to stay out of it.
Yeah, and to dive out of it and keep that cylinder free of his feet. People realize that too, that's that cylinder. As long as your feet don't cross, your stick and body can lean in.
That's right. That's why it's so tough for the goalies. But that pass initially from Conway was a beautiful one and led to the play at the end. And Postma with his running and jumping ability both on display for that goal. Nanaimo getting into command here after giving up an early goal. Lacrosse, a game of runs, and Nanaimo's on a 4-goal run right now.
And we haven't had those in the last Senior B game we did. There was a lot of back and forth, that 4-goal, 6-4 game.
There's Kelly with an over-the-shoulder effort. What a sprawling save by Pete Dubinsky.
Beautiful save there.
Chucker with speed in transition. Has Kenny with him. Kenny's going to peel off to the bench. So is Chucker. Conway moving up again. Now he's got 3 points. Postma picks for him. Conway passes the ball to Shires. Looking, waiting. Shires passes the ball. Return feed to Conway, faking. Conway, Wilson shoots. Missed with that. High rebound. Conway again. Corey Conway's on the move, but 30-second shot clock violation, and this is going to be Victoria ball.
Good ball movement, and I'm a lot of ball crossing the floor, swinging from side to side, and everybody's looking to when they get the ball. So Victoria's goaltender has to concentrate on the guy with the ball too, and not just the pass.
Wolves move up. McMillan on the ball. Now it's fed to the middle. Kelly. Spence. Spence trying to get loose. Spins off a check. Stiff angle shot. Dubinsky had it well scouted. Standing up, made the save. Ball free. Sept for Nanaimo has it right in behind his net. Passes the ball off, and once again the Timbermen can move out late in the first period. Nanaimo 4 and Victoria 1. Sterling Mitchell.
Transitions have slowed a little here. They're down to 18 seconds here to get the ball in the zone. Down to 15 now.
Bouncing ball up for grabs. Diplock trying to win it. Won't be able to. Victoria taking possession. And the ball moved ahead. Out of the reach of Lewis. Taken back by the Timbermen.
Yeah, you don't need an unforced error when you're down. It's a tough one. You're trying to press that pass.
Conway brings up the Nanaimo offense. Passing to Langlois. Langlois from the outside. Looking. Breaks into a run, now turns. Tried to get one through to Shires. Now he took a shot himself, and a good save was made by Mulligan. It looks from the crease for an outlet, and he's got Lewis up ahead. Ryan Lewis coming down towards the Nanaimo net. Running in behind. He's got Bernard out in front. Connor Elias is there too. Lewis controlling. Passes the ball off. Cunningham now. Bernard picking. Cunningham fires it across. Lewis looking. Trying to shake Chalker. Still Lewis. Shot clock winds down. There was just nowhere for Lewis to go.
No, he had a double team on him there, and no one was moving their feet to get open. They have to do that when he's getting pushed like that.
Diplock moves up the Nanaimo offense. Passing to the wall. Ball goes to the middle for Langlois. Wilson to the front. Fendick with a quick shot. Mulligan a good save. Rebound is free, and Nanaimo might get this back. They will with Fendick. Jackson trying to check him. Postman. Diplock. Spin move. Diplock. Now posting up. Spins again. Fires the ball back for Langlois. Settles it halfway through the possession. Kale Rackler. Pass to the front. Off the stick of Fendick. He recovers in the corner. Late in the possession. Pass to the front. And a push on Postman. And Victoria might just let this 30-second clock run out. That's exactly what they're going to do, as Palmer has to drive it down the floor.
Good defense by Victoria there. Made Nanaimo basically either have to cross the ball in tight, and that's a good either pickoff or they miss the pass. Good defense.
Final 85 seconds of the period. 4-1 Timbermen. Kelly's lost a stick, so he's trying to pick now without one. Gets that stick back. Preston on the ball. Knocked over. Nice pass to the front. McMillan's trying to get clean control, unable to do so. Ball will just be let loose by Nanaimo, and now it's a shot clock violation both ways in rapid succession.
last minute here, this first period.
Nanaimo moves the ball up. Looking for more offense in the first period. Final minute, up by 3. Conway has it. Conway to the front. A high ball, Darren Wilson from the corner. Wilson back to Conway. Drives one, missed with that. Rebound opportunity, and that second shot high from Shires as well.
You got Conway and Shires firing the ball at you, trying to get that shot on the net for a rebound or a recovery shot.
Of course, with our Shaw
good
mics
shooters.
here, you can really hear that come off the end glass,
you
can't
can hear that. Well, both of them have some weight behind their shot.
Now a Victoria opportunity with 27 seconds, Connor Elias. Elias up top for Preston. Preston put it across other side, Cunningham. Cunningham trying to get loose from a check, but Shockers with him well. Ball up top, goes by Elias in 12 and a half seconds. Nanaimo will have one more chance.
Nanaimo will call it. Yeah, they did. Right away, you got 12 seconds, your timeout, probably worthwhile. You get a chance here to take a shot, last shot of the game, or its period. You take it down to probably the 3 or 4 second mark and let one go on a set play.
And you see the Nanaimo players around their bench, and a guy that you coached back in the day in behind the bench there, Simon Stocks.
Well, it's interesting on that group of players that is on the floor for these two teams. I have impacted them, hopefully mostly in a positive way. I know they all still talk to me all the time. Even the captain of the Wolves is Graham Ross, who played up here for years. Well, here it is. Here's that. Is that the last one? Yeah. Last 4. Here we go. That was the first one. Here comes the second way. Joey Diplock fighting in, going top corner. Here's the next one. Corey Conway coming in with his little cross hand cut to the middle. And here is Postma coming off the corner with a beautiful dive. And almost 4 goals. Here's the last shot of the game coming, of the period.
Postma, Conway, Postma, Fendick, Shires behind the net, Diplock looking, passing, Shires with a drive, and that deflects away from the net.
Good play on that. They took the 6-man behind the net, tried to set up. You got to get the whole team to turn on that one. It's a tough one.
A strong start for the home team, the #1 team in the West Coast Senior Lacrosse Association. We're going to have our first intermission, and we'll send things downstairs, and we will join Matt Carter.
Thank you very, very much, Dan and Jim up in the broadcast booth. Yes, 1 period in the books. Nanaimo Timbermen up on the Victoria Wolves, 4-1. Big period there for Corey Conway of the Timbermen, 3 points there to lead the team. Taking a quick look at the goals there, as Dan and Jim mentioned. The first goal going Victoria's way. James Spence with his 9th goal of the year. Jordan Cunningham, we mentioned, is a player to watch off the top with the assist on that one. And then 4 straight goals for the Nanaimo squad. Starting off with Joe Fendick, his 20th goal of the season, assist to Darren Wilson and Sam Postma, followed up by Captain John Diplock, his 27th team-leading goal this season, also his 3rd short-handed goal this season. We mentioned Nanaimo's prowess again on the penalty kill there, coming through once again. And then the last 2 goals, Corey Conway with the 2nd goal in the team-man uniform, and Sam Postma with his 14th goal of the season. Conway and Ditterly with the assists there. All right, so we're going to take a little bit of a break now. We're going to come back to chat with head coach Kyle Cooling of the Nanaimo Timbermen. You are watching Senior B Lacrosse right here on Shaw TV.
With a little help and a loving hand, I will take my steps in turn. From speech to motor and life skills, the CDC knows how I learn. For some children, there's an extra challenge to learning, but you can help. The annual Nanaimo Child Development Center telethon will air live from the Port Theater. Show your support and tune into Shaw TV, Channel 4, from noon to 8 p.m.
Nanaimo CDC.
The show is a showcase of Vancouver Island personalities, events, causes, entertainers, artists, musicians. Basically look at the culture and the personalities that really make our communities tick and make them so vibrant. We're really stoked to be on television. Our guests are stoked to be on television. We're learning, we're getting messages in the community, and we're allowed to have a really good time while doing it.
There are 15,837 people in our community who are over the age of 65. And Wise Folks is about redefining ageism. We have been working towards creating this show for a couple of years now, and we are so excited that it's finally coming to fruition. The idea behind Wise Folks is to change the way that we look at aging. It's a beginning, not an end. The show itself is produced, created, and designed by older adults in our community. They are learning how to work behind the camera, how to do hosting, and they have so much to offer. It's about sharing the wisdom of each and every person. They're doing really exciting things, and we want to share those stories. It's time we had a listen. They're Wise Folks.
All right, so welcome back to Senior B lacrosse action here on Shaw TV, Frank Crane Arena in Nanaimo. Timbermen up on the Victoria Wolves 4-1 after the first period. I'm very happy to chat right now with head coach for the Nanaimo Timbermen. It's Kyle Cooling. Thank you very much for joining us in the program.
Excellent. Nice to be here.
All right, first period in the books. Your team's up 4-1. Tell us what you've seen so far.
Good ball movement by the offense. They're making nice passes, setting the picks and rolls, and getting to the net. Defensively, we're cross-checking. We're getting in the lanes. We're blocking some shots.
All right, so far it's been looking like a successful season. First place in the league, heading into the provincial championships. But obviously, as host of the national championship, you have a berth there. So at the start of the season, what did you sort of tell your team would define a successful season?
We really wanted to come in as the the BC champion, not just because we hosted. We want to be there because we deserve it, and we've earned that spot.
And so obviously, again, that's your focus then with the provincial championship coming up.
Yeah, we're ready to go. We're getting our guns together. Everybody's fit, healthy, and we stick to our systems, and we're confident we'll be successful.
Seeing some great performances from players already here tonight. Great year, of course, from your captain, John Diplock. Who else on your roster are you really counting on heading into the playoffs?
We have Corey Conway now, and he's a great leader out there. He's moving the ball, he's distributing, he's really complementing John's game. On the left side, Corey Shires came back from injury, made a big impact. We're getting goals now, and that's what we lacked with that lull in the season that we had. So now we just, our defense is keeping the ball out. And when we've got these guys pumping the ball in the net like they are, we're going to be successful.
Final question for you before I let you go. Obviously, you've been involved with lacrosse in Nanaimo at a number of levels. What does it mean? What does Nanaimo mean to lacrosse? What does lacrosse mean to Nanaimo?
It's got a great culture here. I came from abroad and came here and just saw that how everybody got behind it, and everybody loves the game, and it's got a great community feel. And I really loved being a part of it, and I'd really want to be part of bringing a championship here. It's been some time, and a lot of guys have been working hard towards this, so we'd like to really put the cherry on the top for Nanaimo lacrosse.
Perfect. Well said. All right, let's get back to get ready for your team for that period. Thanks so much, Kyle Cooling again, head coach of the Nanaimo Timbermen. His team up 4-1 over the Victoria Wolves. Now, he and the Timbermen, again, as a host team, be part of the 2018 President's Cup National Senior B Lacrosse Championship, August 26th to September 2nd, right here in this rink. Now, there are 8 different leagues in Canada under the banner of Senior B, and the winner of each of these leagues is invited to take part in the championship. So just a quick rundown of the leagues that'll be here. The West Coast Senior Lacrosse League, of course, in BC, the Rocky Mountain League in Alberta, Prairie Gold Lacrosse League in Saskatchewan, the Ontario Lacrosse Association, the Can-Am Senior League, First Nations and New York teams, Quebec Senior Lacrosse League, the Three Nations Senior Lacrosse League, which has teams in Quebec, Ontario, and New York, and of course also the Nova Scotia Senior Lacrosse League. And of course the host team, the Timbermen here, and they feature prominently in this bit of a promo video about the tournament. Check it out. While the tournament schedule has not been posted yet, with 9 teams taking part in a week-long tournament, that typically means these teams play every single day of the tournament, including one doubleheader day. It's exhausting, it's exciting, it's a battle, of course, the regional, provincial, and national pride on the line, and it's all happening right here in Nanaimo from August 26th to September 2nd. It's the President's Cup Senior B Lacrosse National Championship. For more information and to purchase tickets, check out NanaimoTimbermen.com. It's now time to take a look at our first period of highlights, and for that, let's throw things back upstairs to our presidential play-by-play team and Rocket League aficionados Dan Marshall and Jim Kipp.
Much, Matt Carter.
Thank you.
The goals in that first period on display, individual efforts and teamwork. There wasn't a garbage goal in the bunch as we get to our first period highlights right now.
So this is the first goal by Victoria. It comes from a cut down and a dive across the crease. A nice goal. First goal of the game. Here you can see it again. Beautiful athleticism to cut around his defender and dive to the net. Now here's Nanaimo's first goal. It comes off a pass from the left side high to the right crease, and a nice shot, a very quick stick to put Nanaimo at a tie 1-1. Here comes Jonathan Diplocks, the second goal for Nanaimo. He comes curling out of the right corner, cuts through two defenders, actually 3, and scores a beautiful shot and a quick release as he comes off his check. Beautiful little play. And here's Corey Conway cutting in it, gets checked and does a little switch hand to hit the goalie on his top right. Just a beautiful eye-hand coordination skill by Corey Conway to put Nanaimo ahead 3-1 on that goal. And here's young Postuma coming out of the corner with a hard effort and a dive across to come back on the goaltender for a beautiful mulligan on all of these goals. Like you said, no chance for these goals. Been good. Both goals are playing good, but these are big goals.
That is a highlight reel, and there you see the sprawl that Dubinsky made.
Beautiful save.
Doesn't have to be conventional. You just have to get your body in the way.
Nice read, too. Nice read by the player because he did the fake to go forehand and then came back to his backhand, and Dubinsky read the ball nice.
If you're going to host a President's Cup, you need to have goaltending and depth at that position. With Patterson and Dubinsky, Nanaimo is well set. A lot of Senior A teams will love to have that as a goaltending duo.
Wow, Patterson played a lot of good lacrosse. He's won the junior championship in Canada. He's been in all the leagues, done a phenomenal job in goal. And Dubinsky, being the young goalie, gives him a great dynamic duo. And of course, they have a third goaltender, Danny Walters, who has played across. He played back east when he was younger and junior, and can add a lot to the team just by his play.
You just saw on our camera there the name Lias. It seems right for Elias to be wearing a Victoria jersey, although not a green one, but that's Tyson Elias' son Connor, who played some of his junior ball up here in Nanaimo, and certainly a different player than Dad, but still excellent hands and an excellent lacrosse IQ.
Yeah, his father was a house of a player, just a big, powerful kid when he was young. When he first came out, I actually was refereeing in the junior A leagues when I first got to see him playing with Victoria, and of course all the way up through the years. So here we go for that second period. Nanaimo outshot Victoria 18-11 in that period.
Ready to open up period number 2 with the Timbermen up 4-1 and Shane Chucker on the ball. Taking it back into his own end and defers to Graham Palmer. Bounces one for Diplock. Moving towards the front. Over to run a pick, Postma Fendick. Twisting. Trying to spin off a check, throws it other side, but off Shire's stick, and out of play it goes. Cunningham will take over for the Wolves.
Interesting combinations Nanaimo was putting on the floor. It's a couple of switches each time. The Corey and Jonathan coming out with different players.
Up the floor, Connor Lias. Moving towards the front. Lias forced into the corner. Faking, throwing the ball back to the middle for Short. Short now for Kelly. Kelly looking, breaks into a run, fires one. Dubinsky got a piece of it, wasn't quite sure where it was, but his teammates helped him out.
He didn't read the rebound there, but they got to the ball, loose ball.
Make the first one, let your teammates do the rest. Mickelson for Nanaimo. Across the floor, Cale Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe to Shires. Shires passing on the other side. Ball goes to Conway. Conway looking. Conway switching hands, fires one right into the goaltender, rebound chance. Fendick recovers the ball. Puts it down to the corner, hoping to hit Conway. He might get the ball back, goes off his stick. Fendick with the recovery.
Pass to himself.
Not the way he planned, but
nope.
A good job. Corey Conway moving up now. Conway looking to the middle for Shires. Breaking into a run now, moving towards the front. Cale Ratcliffe, ball knocked out of his stick. Fendick took a swing at it, got the ball back, 3 on the 30. Conway looking, 2 seconds, put it across, but no time to shoot for Cale Ratcliffe.
Good ball control by Nanaimo there. They got the one recovery, a lucky one. They used the whole 30 on that. Only one shot.
Lewis coming back for Victoria. Stiff angle. Dubinsky stopped his shot as Lewis goes crashing down to the paint. High outlet for Shane Chalker. Chalker getting away from his man, a bouncer. That was stopped by Mulligan, and he looks to transition. Cunningham will bring the ball for Victoria. Moves it ahead for Ryan Lewis. 20 seconds on this possession. Lewis from the outside. Took a drive. Dubinsky down, makes the save. Rebound outside the crease and taken by Graham Palmer. Tries to get away from Cody Short. Starts up the floor. Fires a pass. 4-1 Timbermen. Almost 3 minutes into this second period. Long change here, so transition opportunities could abound in this second period. We'll see how it plays out as Langlois passes off. Postma loading. Takes the ball in. Got a shot away. Mulligan down to his knees. Makes the stop. The ball is free. Nanaimo with the recovery in Langlois.
Loose ball work is hugely important at this time of the game to just control that. At any time, possession's 9/10 of that law.
Nanaimo's looking really strong here. Ball across for Shires, kicked away by Mulligan. Ball goes back into the crease. And that's going to be a free possession really for Nanaimo. I don't know if there is a whole lot else that Mulligan could do there. Langlois put it up top. Diplock didn't get his shot through, recovers the ball. Diplock to the front. Postma spinning, took a shot in, and Mulligan gets a piece. The ball is in behind him, and now he's able to bring Victoria ahead.
Again, a cross-hand shot there. Puts a real spin on the ball, too. So you see when it hit the goalie there, it bounced wide on him. A lot of spin.
Elias for Nick Preston running to the middle. Preston shoots one off the post.
Nice low sub shot there, hit the outside post on the stick side.
Preston with a good run. The guy wearing number 25 actually started the year playing Senior A ball here in Nanaimo, and now he's down with the Wolves to end the season. Outside chance for Cunningham. Cunningham spins, looks to the middle. Ball is passed in for Elias, 10 seconds to shoot. Elias in tight shot. Dubinsky stops that. Miles Kenny looking for the loose ball. Kenny rifles one down the floor. That's picked off, and Spence, high pass. As he does so, too many players.
Men. Too quick of a change for Victoria.
Nanaimo on the ball. Still 4-1, they lead it. No offense either way in this period. Corey Conway coming up now. Conway on his way towards the net. Plays it across the floor. Shires to Conway. Conway continues to look. Tries to swim around the defender. Pass down to the front, hoping for Fendick. Pass was just about on the money, and now it's going to be Nanaimo possession again.
Fendick's effort is remarkable. Joey's not a huge man, but he plays big. He plays with a lot of heart, and you notice he's in a lot of loose ball contact.
When he's finding those spots where Corey Conway can find him, they almost connected there. Fendick has one of the Nanaimo goals. Darren Wilson plays the ball low. Postma from the outside. Looks to the front, ball batted down, goes right to Fendick in tight. Fendick is stopped by Mulligan, who's down on his knees.
Yeah, nice ball radar by Joey Fendick there.
Long possession for Nanaimo. As the Wolves come up now, McMillan plays the ball off. Ryan Lewis moving towards the net. Lewis looking. Halfway through the possession. Lewis passing it off. Bernard had to play it across the floor. Nick Preston can't get away from a check. He still got the ball though. Preston trying to knife his way through, taken down to the floor. The ball finally comes out. Nanaimo has it. Preston would not be denied there, but eventually when he went down to the floor, not much else he could do as Bacular Evans comes ahead with the ball.
Good effort by Preston to keep control of the ball. I mean, they were all over him. Swarm defense on that one. They were on top of him.
Nanaimo's last 3 games, they've given up only 4 goals. winning 6-4, 12-4, and 10-4. Outside shot from Langlois, a heavy one, and a good save is made there by Mulligan, who looks for the outlet. Bashford up ahead. He'll want to get off. Throws the ball back, taken by Connor Lias. Lias on his way towards the net. Looking across the floor. That's where the ball goes. Cunningham to the front. Spence with a drive and down low. Kicking out the leg was Dubinsky. Shane Shocker grabs the loose ball, tries to bring Nanaimo forward, has some help here from Kenny.
Good effort by Victoria there to get the ball to the net. Dubinsky made another save. Both goalies are playing well.
From the outside, Postma. Shires moves the ball in for Wilson. Postma again, wires one. Mulligan stops it. Postma with the recovery. Nanaimo's got the reset going. Ball free in the corner. Postma tries to win it, he does. Looking ahead, loads, shoots, that hit traffic in front.
Graham Ross just came out and torqued Postma. He's going to the bench holding his face mask.
There's Lias pass to the crease. And a knockdown on the cutter, that was Bernard, so it's going to be Victoria ball.
Yeah, Nanaimo got the push on that one late on the attack.
Get the floor wipe here as we have a look at Bernard.
Victoria's
ready for the next play.
Victoria's hasn't their transition guys aren't. Oh, here's the hit in the head up high here. Comes across right there. Graham Ross came out and hit Postma a bit high. I think Graham's stick come up as he bent back. Yeah. So here we go to live play again.
Floor wipe is done. Victoria's on the ball. Opportunity from the outside, a big push down. Bernard, who we just saw in our last shot there. Nanaimo on the ball and we'll move forward now. Mickelson up and into the play. Plays it across to K.O. Ratcliffe and now Corey Shires to Ratcliffe again. Shires to Conway. Conway looking. Shires up top. Conway on the angle to the middle. And a good save made off Ratcliffe. Nanaimo gets the reset.
Good play there, set play. Ratcliffe come out of the corner as soon as Shires put the ball across. So just a nod. Here they go. They're doing a nice little triangle on that other side.
Shires
looks. Shires with the ball.
Conway to the front, quick stick. And that one just about found the mark from Corey Shires, but Victoria will get the ball back as part of the roof comes cascading down onto the floor.
A good number of sets there for Nanaimo in the possessions.
Seemingly getting shots and second chance opportunities on resets as well, as there's an outside drive high and hard for Bernard. Nanaimo gets it. Palmer for Chalker, just out of his reach though. And this one might go right to the goaltender Mulligan. It does.
Yeah, just a little off the mark on the pass.
McMillan to Lewis.
Victoria's not moving their feet as much as they were in that first period.
Lewis moving his feet well here, but then he runs into contact, tries to get away, took a quick shot. That one bounces free to a teammate. Cunningham. Victoria's on the reset now. Cunningham lane to the net, shooting, and Dubinsky a great save as he kicked his body forward. Langlois might get a break here. Catching up to the loose ball, Doug Langlois on the run to the net, contact, and scores! Doug Langlois, and it's 5-1. That's a fantastic run from Langlois to catch up to the ball. And he took the contact as he shot. He knew that was coming, but absorbed the contact and still found his mark.
Yeah, here he comes here. Great effort down the floor. He cut in, he bumped his man. You know, from the replay, I think the ref, we might see if he made contact with the line here. Nope, that was, he did not touch before the ball hit, before he hit the floor. So here we go. One more nice cut. He comes in on his side, and he came back across on that. It's a goal.
Another example of an individual effort. And we have not seen any suspect goals in the bunch so far. In the 6 that we've seen, 5 of them going the Nanaimo's way. And the Wolves looking to regroup here in the second period. Down 5-1 to their island rivals. And we mentioned to Matt Carter in the opening that one of Nanaimo's 3 losses has come to Victoria this year. And you can bet the players on both sides remember that.
Oh yeah, the rivalry is there. And Nanaimo seemingly controlling the scoreboard tonight though. The play is equal, but Nanaimo's got the scoreboard.
Cody Short. Connor Elias. Elias plays the ball across. Running opportunity here. No shot from Cunningham yet. Throws the ball into Elias. Elias to the front. Quick shot by Bernard. Down he goes. Ball is free. Nanaimo trying to win it. Cody Short got a stick on it, but he couldn't trap it. Ball taken by the Timbermen, and they will now start to move ahead. Mazzucato. Shorts on him. Mazzucato had to peel back. Continues to control. Now he's free. And he's got John Diplock. Diplock. Put it up top to Conway. Conway faking. Late in the possession. Conway shoots one right into Mulligan. Made the stop, and Victoria can transition the ball now.
We've been silent on penalties here for the first 10 minutes of this period. It's not been a lot of penalty action.
Which is surprising because it is Victoria Nanaimo. That seems to bring out the emotion.
Well, yeah, definitely.
But it's really been a tactical game more so than an emotional one so far, but that can change with really one incident. Here's a steal by Lewis, laying to the net, shoots one. That one hit the pipe.
Did go off his arm and hit the pipe, I think, too. But nice.
Dubensky made himself big, and that might have grazed his arm as well. Ball in behind the Nanaimo net. Victoria onto it. Dive play and a good save by Dubensky again. This has been a tough go for Lewis. He's been all over the ball, but he's been taking contact.
Good hard effort to take that ball to the net from behind.
Outside opportunity now. Preston a drive. Dubensky standing tall, gets a piece of it. Preston again. Mickelson collared him.
Penalty coming up here on Nanaimo.
That one was a no-doubter. Spence. Short. Lewis. Preston to the front, off the stick of Cunningham. Ball goes to Kelly in the corner. Kelly, hard pass. Preston shoots one. Dubensky closing up, makes the save. And now the holding call will come against Nanaimo's Mickelson.
I guess I spoke a little too early there about the penalties not being in the first 10 minutes of that period. And all of a sudden a hole that. Here comes the hold here coming into the board. Ball going into the corner. Guy gets by him, and right here he wraps around, impedes his forward progress. I don't know how you could throw your hand up and say, come on, ref, how'd I get that one?
Mickelson off from the box, and Dubensky going to the bench for a drink. And
yeah, it's got to be hot for the goaltenders
very hot
tonight.
nights. It's supposed to be 30 degrees in Nanaimo by next week early.
Beautiful. We deserve it, except that it's still pretty dry. You know.
Well, I guess the good thing is, as we see the floor getting dried up right now, the forest fire situation in Nanaimo is helped by the amount of rain that they have. Especially, they say the rain in June is critical to the forest fire season.
Well,
so when you get those 30-degree weeks, hopefully you can withstand it.
If you get a bit of that, then that's a 30-30 crossover. When the humidity in that is low and the temperature is low and they cross over, that's the time fires can really blow up.
When President's Cup is here in late August, as there's Dubensky stopping Cunningham, and the rebound is put in. Cody Short makes this a 5-2 scoreline. And that power play working quickly for the Victoria Wolves. Great save initially by Dubensky, but he was down and prone, and all Cody Short had to do is make sure he shot around the fallen netminder.
Yeah, it's a nice pick off on the rebound. Here it comes here on our screen. The pass across and a nice shot. And Dubensky didn't know where the ball went. And the rebound popped right to the Victoria player, and he put it into the net. Dubensky couldn't get up. Nice goal.
That was a great play by the cutting Cunningham to get the initial shot. Here he goes again. Cunningham stopped by Dubensky. Ball in behind the Timberman net. Fed high and ahead towards center. Goes by Fendick and back into Wolves territory. Nanaimo with a 5-2 lead now. We'll see if that gives some life to the Victoria Wolves as the ball is free.
Nice stick check by Langlois.
The veteran coming up with it.
Good slash stick check. Kept it in check so not to draw a penalty. You got Nanaimo the ball.
Lobs it high up. Fendick is on to it. Postma from the angle. Up top to Shires. Looking. Shires throws the ball back. Wilson to the crease. Oh, what a save by Mulligan as he got his stick up.
Beautiful pass across from the left shooter down to the crease. And the goalie made a tremendous save. How did Nanaimo get that ball back? I didn't see that. Did it get knocked back in?
I guess that's what they're going to say, but what a fantastic save Mulligan just made. Robbing Fendick, getting the webbing of that stick out. There's a shot high off Mulligan. And the rebound is taken by Victoria. Remember that save if Victoria can get the next one and close this to 5-3. Mulligan robbing Fendick with the webbing of his stick.
A beautiful pass across from the left shooter too to get it to Fendick, and he shot the ball really hard. Great stick save.
He did everything right, but Mulligan
did everything more right.
Fantastic save.
Everything more right.
There's the ball out of play, and we'll get another look hopefully quickly at that save.
Oh, they'll have that for us as a replay later.
Up the floor now come the Timbermen. Opportunity here, and the shot is stopped by the goaltender Mulligan. Ball brought ahead by Ryan Lewis. Lewis has had a strong period for Victoria, carrying the ball up. Lofts it across. Spence from the outside, moving in on Mitchell. Draws some contact. Now Jackson looking for an opening. Jackson pass to the front. Ball knocked free into traffic. Nanaimo's on it, and Shane Chalker is running well. Up into the attack. Chalker feeds Wilson a shot. That one hit the pipe.
Post. Nice play by Chalker to draw the defender over and feed the cutter from the bench. Good play. And I was taking some of the high percentage plays now. We like to see that.
Wolves on the ball. Preston's up top. Or rather, Cody Short, excuse me, the goal scorer who just made it 5-2. Bernard other side. Tried to pass for Kelly. Ball goes off the glass. Kelly's pinned, and there's going to be a penalty call on that, I think, against Dieterle.
I think both referees caught that. Is there more than one? Just one.
I think they both saw the same thing as we saw the contact in the corner, and Ryan Dieterle will head off to the penalty box.
And they might be talking over 4-minute here for him.
Kyle Cooling was looking on there from the bench.
Oh, yeah, that could be a 2-minute boarding. But this is not good now. These power plays are not going to help, right?
Wolves setting up on the attack, trying to get back to within 2. 5-2 scoreline now. Elias to Preston. Those two play catch. Preston down low, short. Preston to the crease, quick stick, and a good save Dubinsky on Kelly.
And I was playing a diamond against this power play, which means they're less concerned about the crease men than they are about the shooters.
Great save Dubinsky there on short as the ball goes high into the stick of Doug Langlois. Nanaimo will try and get the ball right going. Shires to Fendick outside the crease. Fendick will look. Goes up top. Hostma.
There's a man coming out on top. Should have got the ball.
Double team coming here from Victoria. Hostma on the run. Looking towards the front. That's where the ball goes. Darren Wilson. Hard pass Fendick.
Shires should come out for the ball now. Here comes Shires. He should pop out for the ball, but he's not. He got his man trapped by not popping out.
Fendick in a double team. Postma after the ball. Wins it to the crease. Plays it up. Darren Wilson shoots off Mulligan, and the English on that ball forced it the other way from the net.
It popped back at a reverse spin on it. Shires could have popped out there on that play, and his man could have got the ball free, and he didn't, and they lost a possession there, but they did get the shot on a recapture.
Connor Elias moving up with Preston. Preston, other side, return feed now. Elias to the crease. Elias up top again, faking, shooting one. Dubinsky closes up on that. Looks for the outlet from the paint.
Nice shot by Elias there. He read that well, going for a low bounce shot at the 5-hole.
Miles Kenny. Not much time to rag off as Dieterle's back on. Nanaimo continues to lead by 3. Dieterle was cutting through, but he couldn't capture the ball, and it's brought forward now by Victoria. Carr up into the attack. Throws the ball back for Bashford. A high flip on. Wolves have it with Spence. Spence to Lewis. Lewis moving towards the net. High pass, picked
Good
off.
pick off.
Nanaimo on the run. Langlois been running miles today, especially in this second period.
Penalty
Cunningham's
coming
all
up.
over him.
Penalty coming up.
Langlois had the ball knocked out of his stick. Wolves recover, but now Nanaimo gets a power play, and really that whole situation was
I think there
drawn
might be
by Langlois.
something going on here. Unsportsmanlike?
That's what the call is. Spence is heading to the box for Victoria.
Yeah, I think he must have said something to the referee down here because there was a little confusion at the bench, and Nanaimo thought that was what was going to be called.
When you and I had looked at Langlois and the contact, because Cunningham went at him at the contact, and we thought that
That's what
might
I
be
thought might be a roughing call, but it was back, I think, behind the play on sportsmanlike. Victoria was doing well there with a couple of power play opportunities, and now they're giving the Nanaimo the opportunity here.
Just a couple of goals in this period, one either way. Diplock, Conway, passing it off. Shires with a drive, and Mulligan makes the save. Arsenault from outside his crease. Running with the ball and coming forward. Gets up and over center. He's all on his own here. Plays the ball off to Lewis. And we'll see how Victoria can do with their ball rag unit now. Lewis stands up top. If nobody's going to go to him, he'll just continue to wait there and kill off as much time as he can.
It's a two-man on the ball here, and Nanaimo should get possession here.
Great job by Lewis to work away as Kenny's lost his stick. Lewis to the net, shoots one. Dubensky kicked it away, and the ball is free. Running to center, Dieterle, man off the bench. Nice pass, Corey Shires faking. Great save, Mulligan on Shires.
No, he said that hit the net.
In?
Did he say it bounced in?
We're going to get a replay of this, so we will know maybe even better than the officials. It looked like Mulligan stopped it. It bounced near the line, and we thought out.
I thought it popped
but our
out,
cameras will
we'll see
show.
what the camera will say on this one. Here it comes.
Great catch there by Shires.
I don't know about that. From this angle, it's hard to tell. But does it take a hop and hit the post there, I think? It hits the post. Right there, hits the post and pops out. Did not go in, that one. Well, that's a referee was right on the line there. It should have been a call on that one. A 6-2.
Nanaimo gets the break. But we saw it and you saw it too. Very clearly. Nanaimo gets a big break there as Mulligan did enough. The Wolves thought he had done enough to keep that ball out of the net, but Nanaimo gets the 6-2 goal on the power play. And they do not have the access to the video replays that we have here in the booth. Not a lot of Senior B games make television, but this one is on Vancouver Island. Hope you're enjoying it and getting a really nice view of that last controversial call. Shires gets credit for the goal, but the ball, in fact, did not go over the line. Here's a break now for Ratcliffe. Trying to get free. Ratcliffe in heavy traffic, hanging on to the ball. It comes out, and this might be a chance for Victoria to move forward, and they will, led by Graham Ross. Ross passes to Preston. Look out. Preston to the crease, and his shot bounces off to the side. Palmer trying to work out of a double team. Nice ball recovery. Too many players on him, though, and Kelly gets the ball back. Just over a minute to go, second period. Nanaimo Timbermen leading 6-4, or 6-2 rather, a lead of 4 goals. Preston from the outside, he's knocked around. Victoria gets the ball back. Short, Kelly to the middle. Kelly flips it on. Cody Short couldn't get a clean shot through. And there's going to be a penalty call coming here. A slash is the indication.
Yeah, it was a reasonable call on Miles Kenny there. You can see he went in and the guy didn't even have the ball. I think it had bounced away by then, and he chopped his man. It's unfortunate, type of one of those penalties where you want your player to engage to the ball. You want him to be hard on the ball, and here it comes here. So the ball bounces out, and he takes a chop and actually hits the guy in the leg, I think. Absolutely incidental, but the contact was made.
I think they're going to call for a wipe of the floor with Nanaimo
now,
up 6-2
we
in the
have
game.
the mascot question to ask, too. Nanaimo's new mascot, the Timbermen. I like the name Chopper.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I like Chopper, the Timberman mascot.
I was thinking
there
Woody.
He is right there. Woody, you're thinking? I like Chopper.
But I do like Chopper. I hadn't heard that one before. I like Chopper.
That's it's a great mascot. I mean, that's the Timberman. That's he's got it. He should have a lacrosse stick on the other end of that axle. I think it'd be nice to have a double ender. Oh, look at him dancing away.
Dancing up a storm.
What is that called? That move?
Maybe that's called the Chopper.
And so it's interesting now. Nanaimo's playing a diamond against this power play. They should rotate against the ball. So say if the left-hand man moves the ball to the crease and the man in front of the goalie comes to him. And sometimes if they get caught in the opposite rotation is when you can open up that ball or open up that diamond and get either a crease or a shooter free.
The Wolves with under a minute to go in this second period, moving the ball around the outside. Lias, Preston, put it across Kelly. Lias winds, shot didn't get through, and that stung Langlois for sure.
There's two guys that didn't hit tonight with the ball up high. Give him a break, ref. You should blow the whistle on that.
And I think they might call a face-off at center as Langlois is hunched over. You can see him there.
That hit him on the, I think that got him up on the neck. Yeah, here it comes on our replay. We'll see it here. Yeah, he turned just that, got him hard too. A long stick release. There's two guys with headaches for tomorrow.
Now that's a lot of courage. Kenny showed it in the first. Langlois showing it here in the second to play that way. And
this
Kyle
isn't
Cooling,
FIFA.
Kyle
this
Cooling's
is not
the guy
FIFA.
that used to play that way.
This is not FIFA. People aren't diving and
No,
rolling around the ground.
not one bit. There's no Neymar challenge in lacrosse. Wolves on the power play now. Closed up. Ball recovered though by Sterling Mitchell for Nanaimo. The crowd wanted a penalty on that high check on Mitchell.
Yeah, they impeded his progress, but the referee didn't make the call.
Mitchell lobbying too as he heads towards the Timberman bench. Corey
Last
Conway.
7 seconds here.
Swimming to the front, Conway to the crease, hoping to hit dip block, and that will do it
Tries
for the
a
second
cross
period.
pass. Offhand cross pass. Excellent, eh?
What a tight second period, just the 3 goals. And in fact, Jim, we can joke and say it was really just the 2.
Yeah, because the one didn't bounce. It might have looked to the referee in his positioning that it went to behind the post quickly and come out, but it definitely didn't.
The Timbermen with control of this lacrosse game in the first period, and because of that, they have a comfortable 4-goal lead. Still some power play time with 58 seconds left on that slashing call against Miles Kenny to open up the third period, and if you're Victoria, almost a must-score situation.
They have to get back in this game with a couple of quick ones if they can.
As we see the two teams leaving down towards the tunnels, let's head downstairs. We're going to join Matt Carter.
Thank you very, very much, Dan and Jim. Yes, 4-1 Nanaimo after the first period. Now 6-2 Nanaimo after 2 periods of play. As mentioned, a very well evenly placed game, even though Nanaimo ahead on the scoreboard. And I want to give a shout out to both goaltenders, Pete Dubinsky for Nanaimo and Brandon Mulligan for Victoria, both amongst the league leaders in save percentage. You can definitely see why. Dubinsky, a lot of great saves, especially on the penalty kill, while Mulligan, even while his team's down, some amazing stellar saves over in the Victoria net. And I know our director, Todd Jones, a big fan of the goaltending there, so he's got to love that period there. Give you a rundown on the goals. A lot of talk about Doug Langlois in that second period, running miles. A big block there right at the end of the period. As Dan mentioned, no Neymar challenge, still stayed on his feet. Anyways, he got his 16th goal of the year unassisted to put Nanaimo up 5-1, followed up by a dive reminiscent of Bobby Orr against the Blues back in the final. Victoria getting back on the board with Cody Short, his 10th goal of the year on the power play to get to 5-2. And then as we saw, a bit of a lucky one for Nanaimo. It looked like Mulligan made a great save in the Victoria net, but the referee, the official rules a goal for Nanaimo, credited to Corey Shires on the power play, 17th goal of the season, and that gets us to 6-2 here at the end of the period. We're going to talk to Victoria GM Chris Jackson here in a moment, but right now let's take a break. You're watching Senior B Lacrosse Action live on Shaw TV.
Volleybash 28, the largest beach volleyball event in BC, happens August 31st to September 2nd down at Parksville's Community Beach. Friday is the co-ed 6-versus-6 tournament. Saturday features co-ed 3-on-3 tournament. Sunday will be men and women's doubles. All proceeds go to support the women's national indoor volleyball team. For more information, visit volleybash.ca. Sun, sand, and beach volleyball. Volleybash 28.
With a little help and a loving hand, I will take my steps in turn. From speech to motor and life skills, the CDC knows how I learn. For some children, there's an extra challenge to learning, but you can help. The annual Nanaimo Child Development Center Telethon will air live from the Port Theatre. Show your support and tune into Shaw TV, Channel 4, from noon to 8 p.m.
Nanaimo CDC.
There are 15,837 people in our community who are over the age of 65. And Wise Folks is about redefining ageism. We have been working towards creating this show for a couple of years now, and we are so excited that it's finally coming to fruition. The idea behind Wise Folks is to change the way that we look at aging. It's a beginning, not an end. The show itself is produced, created, and designed by older adults in our community. They are learning how to work behind the camera, how to do hosting, and they have so much to offer. It's about sharing the wisdom of each and every person. They're doing really exciting things, and we want to share those stories. It's time we had a listen. They're Wise Folks.
You are watching Senior B West Coast Lacrosse action here live on Shaw TV and also broadcast streaming live on our Shaw TV Nanaimo YouTube page. Score after 2 periods of play. Nanaimo Timbermen up on the Victoria Wolves 6-2. Very happy right now to be speaking with Victoria Wolves GM and a great name in Island Lacrosse, Chris Jackson. Chris, what's your take on the game here after 2 periods?
It's a really tight game. We haven't been able to solve Dubinsky. He's a very good goalie. Came down from Senior A, and you can tell why he was in Senior A.
Absolutely, and a bit about your team here. Now, again, we had Senior B, basically you brought and helped to bring back Senior B lacrosse to Victoria after more than 15 years. So with the new team, people maybe not sure what to expect out of the season, but a couple seasons in now, you're 3rd place in the league, and it seems from the outsiders it's been a very successful season. Is that how you would rate it so far?
Yeah, we want more, but yeah, it's been successful so far. When we decided to get a group of people together to bring the Wolves to Victoria, we just tried to concentrate on local youth and get us a few veterans to get us started. And since then we've rolled, and we're still a really young team. And we're trying to just keep our momentum going, keep it going into the next year after year.
It's obviously Victoria, a great city for lacrosse. But again, having that Senior B option for lacrosse, what does it mean for both local athletes who want to play the game and also for lacrosse fans as well?
It's a lot of these guys would have no place to play if there wasn't Senior B, and like me, they love the game and they want to be playing, right? And you can tell by looking at our team, we've got a great mix between veterans and guys who are first year, say out of junior, and no place on a Senior A roster, but they can still work on their game.
Perfect. All right, so we'll wrap that up there. Thank you so much, Chris. Best of luck to the Wolves for the rest of the season and in the 3rd period again tonight.
Thanks a lot.
All right, Chris Jackson, GM from the Victoria Wolves. Very glad I'm here on the program. Only a couple games remaining now for both Victoria and Nanaimo in the regular season before the 2018 WCSLA provincial playoffs get underway. But also following that, we also have the national championships, the President's Cup Senior B lacrosse tournament happening right here in Nanaimo. The Nanaimo Timbermen is host. We've taken on the league champions from 8 different leagues across Canada. To give us a little bit of a taste about that and to see some of the home team, let's check out a little promo video for the President's Cup right now. Well, of course, we'd love to see lacrosse fans right down here in Frank Crane Arena taking those games for the President's Cup Championship. Very happy to announce that Shaw TV will be providing game coverage of the President's Cup bronze and gold medal games on Sunday, September the 2nd. There we go. We all get our calendars right there. September 2nd. And if you can't be here, check out these games live on Shaw TV Channel 4 across Vancouver Island or streamed live on Shaw TV Nanaimo's YouTube page. All right, now we're going to send things up for a look at the second period of highlights. And as I mentioned, our director Todd Jones is insisted we have some goaltending highlights to kick it off. So up to Milligan and the Kipper, Dan Marshall and Jim Kipp. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Matt. Yeah, President's Cup fever started to hit here. Lots of people in the press box coming to share their thoughts about a great tournament with us. Stingy period, just the 3 total goals, and as Jim and I alluded to, one that shouldn't have counted.
Yeah, here's one of the first. Here's the first one. Good save by Dubinsky on a few of these. Nice dive, come across dive on there. Beautiful save. Here's the big one coming right here. A big elbow save. He's out of the net. Lost his stick at one point. Made his shoulder save. Just excellent work by Dubinsky to keep Nanaimo in the game. Those are quality shots with them getting in tight here. Here's the one, I think, the bouncer one.
That was the one into the webbing of Mulligan's stick.
No, that's the stick save of Mulligan from the pass across from the high shooter. Here's Langlois here. Nice bounce shot.
Great touch.
Yeah, nice touch. Here it is coming in from the side. Nice touch and dive. That one we even said almost looked to be the crease. There's a nice one. Here's the bounce and save. This is their goal off the save, and it rebounds straight out to the Victoria guy who was coming off the crease. No chance for Dubinsky on that. Here's the one. Here it goes. It bounces up, hits the post, and bounces out. Now, Mulligan made a great save on this in a reach back, and I don't think he dove for it because he's seen it hit the post. Oh, he did dive and hit the post. I hate to say Corey Shires' goal was a kind of a bad call on that one, especially with the referee right there, but Nanaimo gets their 6th goal.
Underside of the crossbar with that shot. The official says goal, and from our replay, it's very tough to tell, but it looks like it went crossbar and out, from the bottom of the crossbar and out, but there's that high meshing up there too, and it happens so fast it can even fool your eye. But Nanaimo up 6-2, killing a penalty right now. Couple of goals on the power play and a shorthanded effort for Nanaimo today. Wolves have a power play goal as well. That was the one you saw from Cody Short in our highlight package. A shot wide of Dubinsky, and that will do it for the 30-second clock. And how about that defense for Nanaimo?
On that penalty clock.
I talked about it earlier. 4 goals against in the last 3 games in a row. They've given up 2 so far here.
That's really good goaltending and a good mix of defense.
And our highlight package showed it's not like there's no shots coming through. Dubinsky had to make some big saves in that period.
Yeah, there were some great saves too. Without a stick, he doesn't get to line his body up properly either, eh? And he made a great shoulder save on that one.
You have to be able to anticipate and improvise to be an elite goaltender. Dubinsky's that, and then I was, as we said, got 2 of them. Nick Patterson as well. They'll be fighting for starts in the playoffs and in the President's Cup. Timbermen on the ball. Now the power play's over. Postma from the outside. He's got Diplock with him. Moves the ball across Shires. Wilson to the front. Ball goes to the corner. Postma on the run. Shooting one. Scores! Second of the game, and it's 7-2. And Jim, that's what running can do.
Well,
There's
that's
no
hard
substitute.
effort coming out of the corner with the ball, and hard work and a fast release on the shot. He reminds me a lot of Ryan Lee that played on the senior team.
Yes.
Just the way he plays, his hustle and effort. Here it is here. Look at the hard work and the shot. I mean, actually almost come off of the screen from the player that was checking him. He was running so fast he kind of left his player, and yeah, nice shot, nice release.
Off the draw, Preston is stopped by Dubinsky as the Wolves almost got it right back. Nice run from Nick Preston, but it's still 7-2. Nanaimo's lead is up to 5 now. 2 in the game for Postma. As Nanaimo continues to build up their lead, Corey Conway's on the ball for Fendick. In behind, feeds the front. Diplock was there. Now running, the Wolves to center. Bernard to the front. Cutting in, shoots one. Dubinsky gets a piece, and then the ball off the glass. And it will bound out of play. This should be Victoria ball. No, Nanaimo's going to get it. I thought it was off Dubinsky, but they say nope.
No, I don't. I don't think it hit him. Interesting play there by Victoria. The guy cut himself to his wrong offside and took the shot.
Conway from the middle. Conway for Ratcliffe. There's a shot from the outside. The ball is hoisted high from the goaltender. Arsenault trying to catch up to that pass from Mulligan. Conway wins it. Up to Darren Wilson. Wilson moving towards the net. Shires in tow. Ball to Shires. Shires looking. Throws it across. Collected by Fendick and back to Corey Shires. Darren Wilson loads, bounces one, scores! A bouncer from Wilson that Mulligan never saw. That was a seeing eye shot from long range.
Well, no, actually, I think he shot that at the net, got a nice low outside bounce shot.
Wilson meant to do it, but Mulligan never saw the shot. It went right by him. But that is a perfect outside bounce shot through traffic.
Here it comes here, yeah. This is excellent work. He fires that ball over the screen.
And you can tell when a goalie doesn't see it.
Over his screen.
And Mulligan never saw the ball.
No, he didn't. No, I don't even think he saw. Look at this angle here. You couldn't even see the setup of the shot. Couldn't see the stick swinging. He had no chance there. Nice shot.
Nanaimo with a couple of fast goals to open up the third period. And now an 8-2 advantage. Really smart play from Darren Wilson. Recognizing he had the screen and just had to find the hole, and he did. Shires. Postma from the angle. Darren Wilson. Passing the ball into the corner. Shires to the front. Quick stick opportunity. Postma another opportunity.
Good save on that one, on the second opportunity. But
now Victoria running. Up into the attack. The Wolves Fedrigo will play it back towards Lias at center court. Lias moves the ball down. Return feed to him. Lias to Cunningham. 5 on the 30. Cunningham looks, shoots, missed the goal. And the ball will bounce back down. Nanaimo's going to get possession. Back-to-back goals at 1:21 by Postma. And then by Darren Wilson at 2:49. And if the Timbermen did not have control after 40 minutes, they've certainly got it now.
They stepped it up again there.
Nanaimo, a team that appears to have another level this year. 12-3. Pass to the front. And Shires wanted the quick stick, but he couldn't quite make it go, but he was open. Wolves running Graham Ross. Down towards the net. A pass to the front. Preston knocked to the floor, still has the ball. Preston dives, and Dubinsky made the stop. He was in the crease by the time he got it away, but Preston's really been running well for the Victoria Wolves in this game.
Shots are pretty even. In the last period, Nanaimo had 19, and Victoria had 21 shots, I believe. So pretty close on shots.
But not on the score line at 8-2 Timbermen. Langlois, Fendick, looking, passing. K.O. Ratcliffe. Pass went high out of his stick. Bounces towards the middle. As it does, Nanaimo's going to get a new 30-second clock. Langlois from the outside. Throws it across the floor. Fendick, Langlois, winding. Shot blocked, and that one hit Bashford up high. There's another big block.
Third headshot tonight.
The defenders are standing in, but taking some pretty big bruises from some of those offensive guys. Darren Wilson outside again, plays it across hard. Fendick on the bounce, couldn't take it. Arsenault running, hoping to get that ball. Shot clock winds down, so Arsenault's just going to leave it and let his offensive unit take the ball over. The whistle in for Ryan Lewis. Jordan Cunningham beside him. Ball played across on the other side for Nick Preston. Preston from the outside. Loading up on the move, forced back. Hot pass to Cunningham. Moving in, Jordan Cunningham. Trying to spin away from defenders, puts the ball back up. Cunningham again, wires one. Dubinsky closing up to make the save. Lewis after the rebound gets the reset for Victoria. Ryan Lewis skipping towards open space. Puts it back to Preston. He's been the quarterback for a lot of these Victoria chances. Preston shoots one, but that one misses low, and the ball will bound back towards Mulligan.
Be 10 seconds by the time they enter the zone here.
Kelly moving up. Looking, but couldn't find his mark. And there's some pushing and shoving off ball.
Shoving off ball. Taking both of them for a rough.
It looks as though it's going to be Elias and Palmer that are heading off the floor.
Yeah. Oh. Palmer got roughing and
cross-checking the other way.
Yeah, cross-check.
And we've got the ISO on those guys off the ball. They had something going pretty much that entire shift away from the ball as Preston takes a run to the net, scores! Preston, 8-3. He's had a strong game, and maybe that one was only a matter of time in coming. Not a traditional power play setup at all, but Preston recognized he had the lane.
Here it comes here. He comes down the floor nice and actually just pressured the ball to the net. He forced the play, and then he's a nice shot. Nice bounce shot. It's a hard one to read. I think unexpected for the goaltender, too, because he didn't play the typical play on that.
Well, in the 4-on-4, making that one a bit odd for the defenders. Preston just found that lane, and in he walks. So the 4-on-4 very quickly yielding a goal for Victoria. 8-3 now. Almost looked like a power play setup the way that started, but Preston just walked in from the flank and scored. Spence for Bernard. Bernard takes a wrap. Gets away from Langlois. Runs into contact. Feeds the front, nobody there. High ball for Lewis. Trying to grab it low. Timbermen can't recover. There's a jumping shot, but short couldn't beat Dubinsky. And the shot clock winds down. This is going to be Nanaimo possession. A high ball for Langlois. And the Timbermen will set up now. Corey Shires, 8-3. Nanaimo by 5 here in the third period. Preston in 4-on-4, the latest goal. As there was significant scoring
Moving
back
block by
in the first period.
Moving block, Jonathan knocked the guy down off the ball.
Almost a ragging shift for the Timbermen that time in this 4-on-4. Cunningham from the outside. Looking and passing. Preston wires one. That one bounds all the way back down towards Mulligan.
No shot on that, so they'll have to.
Just 10 seconds left. Mulligan rips the ball down floor. Timberman picked that off. Shane Chalker on the move towards the goal. Chalker reversing, and a shot off the post.
Switch hands off the post. Nice shot by Chalker.
Was it ever?
Yeah. It was a good read by him, actually, because both players were coming and pushed him over, but it looked like he was going to run to the away from the ball, away from the net, and took a nice shot off the post.
Conway in the 4-on-4 to Wilson. Diplock was knocked down. Conway, Shires, shoots. Mulligan the save. Nanaimo gets the reset. Shires back on the ball, directing traffic. Moves it into Conway. 5 seconds left in 4-on-4 as Palmer and Elias get ready to return. They're back on the floor. Nanaimo on the ball, and a quick stick from Darren Wilson. Mulligan another save, and Victoria looking for the loose ball, but Diplock recovers. Nanaimo is changing. Diplock's on his own here. Double teamed in the corner.
Double teamed, and he's going to get possession of the ball here. They bumped him after he had lost the ball.
That's the effort you want from your captain there, keeping possession of the ball in a double team.
Oh, yeah, he's never afraid to enter into the fray.
And they call for another wipe of the floor. And longtime Nanaimo volunteer with so many sports, Jacob Park brings out the mop.
Yeah, it's interesting. You see the same faces in a lot of the sports. It's the people that are engaged in the community that help. They're very important parts of it, right? They're just giving their time.
Well, especially
there's
with
my
sport.
friend Chopper. Okay, here's the first one. Nice cut across from the corner. It was a really nice outside shot across the floor. This was the one from the low outside bouncer over the screen. Really nice shot. And then this is the cut by the Victoria player. Just cut around, ran, and put a nice bounce shot, high stick bounce shot on the net. Excellent goals.
There you can see Nanaimo's
the kids are
mascot
having
leading
fun.
the cheers.
Yeah.
And what's the name going to be? You're going with Chopper? Kind of getting on board with that.
I have to go register that.
I'll throw Woody out there as a good nickname too. Nanaimo's going to get possession here. 5-on-5 now with the power play, or the penalty situation, the overlap being over. Shires from the middle. Plays down low. Ratcliffe couldn't come up with the ball. Victoria does. Fedrigo on the move. Hanging on and looking across the floor. Throws it up. Here comes Ryan Lewis.
Victoria's not playing like they're behind. This is interesting to me. They're not really pressuring.
Lewis tries to come away from the check of Bacular Evans. Lewis, pass to the front, broken up. Bacular Evans with the steal. Plays across for Miles Kenny.
Good defense by Nanaimo on that exchange.
Nothing free for Victoria in this game. Everything earned. Shires coming the other way. Cross floor pass to Fendick. Joey Fendick to Shires. Shires to Conway. Conway to the crease. Chance for Wilson. A couple of fakes, but then he was stopped by Mulligan. And Nanaimo's going to get the reset. Are they going to call for another wipe? I believe that they might.
Yeah, I think they'll call for a wipe there. And good defensive play by Victoria. They had to get to the Nanaimo player. Had to knock him down in front there. Had to push him down. Interesting on the ball movement today. Nanaimo has done a lot of cross-floor movement, especially with a guy like Corey Conway out there that can, and Shires on this left side. So a righty and a lefty that can really flog the ball across the floor with speed and accuracy. All right, so it gives a dimension of opening up the defense, and it also gives that an ability for that quick release. I mean, they go across the floor, and the ball usually is at the net before the goalie can get set.
So if you're Kyle Cooling, the coach of the Timbermen, you have Corey Shires, you've got John Diplock, you've got some players that have been here all year. You bring in a Corey Conway. As a coach, how do you implement new guys late in the season and make it work?
Well, the team is here to win. They know that they have to get the top players to win. Everybody but the last guy on the roster is the happy man, right? Because you're improving your team all the way up the lineup. It's not like he's coming in at a low level. He's coming in at the top of your lineup.
There's a quick stick opportunity from Diplock, and Mulligan able to stop that and snare it. Looks for the long outlet pass, and he's got Yeager. Puts the ball out of the middle. Kelly on to it. Right-hander moving towards the net. Throws it back. Bernard loads, fires. Rising shot into Dubinsky, hangs on to it. Looks for the outlet.
Chalker's going to get a penalty here.
Bernard's probably going too, as they were mixed up with each other.
Both of them, yeah. Bernard grabbed Chalker's stick and threw it, then Chalker tried to grab him, and Bernard took his helmet, and Chalker took his helmet off.
You can see them both walking towards the penalty box there.
It's a nice shot there, and it was right here. Chalker's trying to get away in the break, held his stick. Didn't like that, didn't appreciate it. Yeah, Chalker wanted to head off on that fast break like he's so good at, and that was a smart play by Victoria to hold him.
So Bernard and Chalker.
Yeah, and it takes an even penalty, right?
And the last 4-on-4 led to lots of chances. Also that goal by Preston of the Wolves. The scoreline sticks at 8-3 for now. Shires outside shot. Mulligan just got his arm on it. Shires recovers the ball for Doug Langlois. Langlois passes the ball off. Opportunity from the outside, and the ball goes to Shires. Shires, cross-floor feed. Postma on the run. Escaped, but lost the ball as he did so, and it's batted away neatly. Foot race is on. Bashford against Postma. 9 on the 30. Postma rifles the ball down floor. It's caught by Langlois. He shoots. Mulligan reached his arm out.
Nanaimo
Nanaimo gets
ball.
the reset.
Good smart play by Nanaimo there. Postma put the ball up the floor fast to get it back into play.
Corey Shires moving up slowly. 9:20 to go in the third period. Conway faking, passing. K.O. Ratcliffe forced backwards. Put the ball to the corner. Now up top, Conway fakes, shoots, scores. And there's almost
That's that
no
4-on-4.
swing. It just seems to come out of his stick with no windup. That is a magic shot from Corey Conway.
Yeah, his wrist strength is phenomenal. He just has the ability to release that ball so nice.
Conway from the middle of the floor.
Here comes Conway with a fake and then a release, right? Fake like he was going down to the left or to the right-hand crease. The goalie just stood up and he released the ball. Right?
And that is wrist strength because there's no backwards motion. It's all forward.
Yeah, well, because actually it was looking like he was throwing a pass, so his stick only came back to his shoulder and it was a release. Beautiful.
Rolling ball through the Victoria crease. Timbermen by 6 at 9-3. Corey Conway putting together a strong multi-point game. Diplock passes the ball off, and here comes Shires. The Timbermen in full command here.
We've had a 4-goal run since they scored their second.
Bouncing ball in traffic. Cunningham after it, but it's taken away by Diplock. End of the possession, so he puts it down low, and now Mulligan's going to leave it just outside the crease. Fedrigo up ahead now for Jordan Cunningham. And
15 seconds on the penalties.
the Wolves try to go to work. You mentioned not really a sense of urgency, not playing like they're behind. Well, that changed now as Spence walks in and shoots right at Dubinsky. Dieterle's on the run for him.
Nice set by Victoria on that one where they drew the man behind the net to take the ball. To the cutter coming down the middle. Nice play, nice set.
The coincidental penalties are over. Well into the back half now of the third period. Nanaimo leading by 6. Pass to the crease. Postma with a dive, but a crease violation as he was looking for his hat-trick goal.
Gonna have a wipe here. Good cut there. Postma really puts the speed on when he's going to the net. He really wants to get to the net. You can see that. He's quick and fast. And because of the way he runs, he's hard to get a stick on. He's not a big man, and he's cutting low to the floor. Interesting the way he plays. Cuts hard every time he gets the ball. Not afraid to cut through the middle.
And now the Victoria Wolves making a quick goaltending change here.
There's that. Nice save. Squeezed it into his arm there. There's the one, the flip. He didn't know where that one went. But he went through the crease to get the ball, so it would be the Nanaimo ball on that one. Here we go, back to live.
Cody Cook coming in net on that stoppage for the Wolves. So they make a change to move Mulligan out. Bernard from distance plays it across the floor. Nick Preston shoots, scores his second of the period. 9-4. Nick Preston showing his worth. The recent acquisition who came down from Senior A ball. Back-to-back goals for the Wolves in this period.
Yeah, nice play here. He gets the ball outside, makes a nice cut to the net. Looked like he was driving out high, out to the X position. Drew and his defender went for it, and he cut back nice off the shoulder, crisp bounce shot.
So a 9-4 scoreline now. Nanaimo has outscored Victoria 3-2 in this period.
So 13 goals in the game. It's nice productivity by Nanaimo. We got to say, Dubinsky's been a big thorn in their side tonight.
He's been a key figure, no doubt, as Conway controls again, shoots, and he rocketed that one high. A Victoria
Look at
break.
him run back. Look at him run back.
Cunningham to the net. Great save, Dubinsky. Rebound short. Another big save,
nice
Dubinsky.
save. Here comes the third. Oh, they should have checked.
They get crossed up, but Kelly puts it down low. He just missed Cody Short. Short can't grab the ball. Chalker will, but Pete Dubinsky, spectacular saves back to back.
Yeah, and just him and the shooter.
Those are the fun ones to watch.
Great
One-on-one.
athleticism. Great athleticism.
Nanaimo on the ball now. Postma from the outside. Ratcliffe to Shires, 8 seconds. Shoots too high over top of Cook. And the ball will bend all the way back down.
1 second on the shot clock. Oh.
Victoria ball from the corner. Out to center it comes, into the stick of Connor Lass. Spence. Moving in slowly. Kelly picks for him. Spence waits. Nice move. Gets in tight with a shot. Once again, Dubinsky made the
Good
save.
swim to get by his defender there. Good recovery.
Preston. Lewis. Elias. Connor Elias. Pass too hot to handle for Spence. Spence. Hard across the floor. Preston. Winds. Dubinsky stopped him. Rebound there. Elias shoots. Dubinsky another save. Another opportunity for Lewis. Ball free. Wolves have it again. Kelly trying to spin through traffic. Ball stolen away by Mickelson. Lots of contact on him, and Palmer runs back to safety and behind his net. You can see Dubinsky look up at the rafters there. It's a hot night, and the goaltender's been really busy here.
By Victoria there too. They got quite a few shots in that last exchange. The couple just before that when he made the saves on the clear shooter.
Shires down low. Quick stick opportunity, but no shot taken as the ball is free. Fendick wins it, loads, shoots. Cook the save, tried to grab the rebound, loose ball outside the paint.
Again, little Fendick in on the loose ball. He works hard.
Lewis lost possession. Fighting to get it back here. Cunningham from the angle. Cunningham just outside the paint. Throws it back. Bernard hoping for a lane. Put one high. And
good power pick there by Victoria.
Nanaimo's going to get the ball back here.
And Langwa got taken right off his feet on the pick. It was good. The ref didn't see that one, I guess.
The #1 team in Senior B lacrosse in British Columbia. Showing their pedigree here on home floor. Conway's on the ball. Conway to Shires. Shires to the middle. Conway to the crease. Didn't get through. Got the ball back though. Conway still. Lost possession of the ball, but Shires is on to it. To the front. Ratcliffe couldn't take it. Here's Bernard in a one-on-one against Chalker. Bernard gets the contact. Driving through. Bernard backhanded shot. That one stayed out, I think, off the post beside Dubinsky.
Dubinsky's tired. He's been taking a lot of shots.
He's slow getting up behind the play as Chalker moves the ball in. Postma for Fendick over the shoulder. Scores! Fendick put it through Cook. And it's 10-4.
Well, it's good to see a guy like Joey get rewarded, worked hard.
Second goal today. He scored Nanaimo's first back in the first period. And a circus-style shot there that found a hole in behind Cook.
Yeah, beautiful pass and catch by Joey Fendick, and a nice over the shoulder. Did it catch him short side or go far side? We'll see it better on this here. Oh, short side. Nice little bounce shot, short side by Fendick. Nice pass to get him open too.
There was not a lot of room there.
No, that's, yeah.
16:03, the time of the latest tally, as goaltender Cook looks on. Frustration coming into the game for him. And I was wondering too, as I was watching, it was off camera, but Dubinsky, the last couple of trips up the floor for his team, he's been hunched down and looking like he's gasping for air.
Yeah, he's tiring tonight, you can see.
Victoria made the goaltending switch. Would you put in Nick Patterson? I guess you probably can't because he doesn't even have his upper body gear on at the bench.
No, he's not ready to go in here with the 4 minutes left. You let Pete play the whole game out.
And the lead is 6, of course.
Victoria giving their goalie a rest here. It wasn't really his fault. There's some beautiful shots by Nanaimo.
No, Nanaimo has really come to play in this Island rivalry game. Up by 6, and Fendick, the latest tally. Wolves moving up. There's a big scrum of players off the ball involved with each other.
What's he sending, 2?
That would be the likely call in that.
Yeah.
There's a swarm of players right in the middle of the
Somebody's
floor.
stick went down on the floor, and then they were all pushing and shoving when he was trying to pick up the stick.
Sempton Cunningham go off, roughing both ways, and we'll get another
Back to
taste
that
of 4-on-4.
A lot of open space on 4-on-4. That's where you got the say you want your speed guys out there and your accurate guys like Conway, and for offense, this is a perfect thing for him. One less guy to get his stick in the way.
The Wolves have the first possession in this 4-on-4 situation. Cody Short will take it. Short on the move. Spence. Now Kelly. Shot goes high. Preston grabs the loose ball, faking. Preston
Beautiful.
posted in a hat-trick goal for Nick Preston. All three in this third period. And all three of those goals have really been somewhat individual efforts for number 25. He has scored all three Victoria goals in
That was a
period number
beautiful
3.
dance across the crease from left to right.
Dubinsky left
from
him no
right to
room, but he
left.
went posting in.
Yeah, it just nice little tippy toe fake. He just kept going over and over, going lateral. Had the goalie going lateral, but only step by step. Dubinsky, like you say, might be a little tired on it, but nice goal by.
But
Was
you
this hat
take
trick?
nothing away from Nick
Hat-trick
Preston
goal?
there. Hat-trick goal, all
Yeah.
in this period.
I didn't see what happened on the face-off.
It was
there.
right off the face-off. Spence stayed down.
Be interesting because this is one of the first really warm nights. The rest of the nights weren't as hot as tonight is, and I'm sure our bodies are just getting adjusted now. And those kids
Well,
out
what's
there
it
in their
going to be
pads.
like when the President's Cup is here, when there's 4 games in a day in this building?
Here's the face-off. See what happened on that. Let's see what.
You can see as they come together. Oh, it looked like just after the draw, Mazzucato's knee caught Spence in the helmet.
Yeah, yeah. Just nicks him in the head, twists his neck a bit. I bet. Those little stingers you get when the neck gets a little jolt.
Yeah, and that seems to be
Yeah.
what he's talking about. Still down on his hands
Yeah,
and
he's
knees.
got a stinger. I actually did that in the ring to a fighter one time. I was refereeing. The kid got knocked down. I jumped in and went to block the other fighter. My knee come across, hit the fighter on the ground. He got up and won, so I was okay. But those hurt. They go right down your spine. It's that the nerve sting. You get it, it shocks it, it goes numb, and then all of a sudden you get that firing of the nerves.
Yeah.
He's up now.
Good to see
for him.
Spence back to his feet.
Yeah. Well, he's
Gets
got
a nice
3 of
round
his
of
team's
applause.
5 goals tonight. He's put out an effort, hasn't he?
Spence has been solid. He's the guy that opened the scoring for Victoria. And then since then, Nick Preston has taken over the Wolves offense. A couple of goals for Postma for the Timbermen. A couple of goals for Corey Conway as well. And Conway's on the ball once more. From the outside, Conway shoots, and that one skips off towards Cale Ratcliffe. Shires, Diplock, making moves on Federico. Conway picking for him.
Conway's got a thing going down in the corner there with one of the Victoria players who's chopping him.
Shires stopped by Cook, rebound loose. Ratcliffe couldn't scoop it. Yeager does, and Victoria's up and into the fray now. Yeager to the crease, shot too high.
Rolled
Chalker's
out of
after
his
the loose
stick.
ball. Chalker for Dieterle, passed too far for him as we're to the final 2 minutes and 35 seconds now.
Just under a minute on the even penalties.
The extra room at 4-on-4, Bernard. Towards the front. Draws 2 Timberman defenders to him. Bernard loading. Plays it across off the stick of Lewis. Palmer goes at Lewis. Ball on the floor. Elias can't take it. Chalker tries to from the corner. Elias got it back. Shoots one. Bounces high.
Turnover on the clock here.
That's exactly what it's going to be with 2:03 now remaining.
Good defense, wide open though. Everybody's seemingly trying to take the ball to the net in Victoria. They're not moving the ball as much as they did in the first 2 periods.
Another possession for the Timbermen here. Shires moves it across. Fendick. Postman. Shires. Double team situation in the corner. Wilson's out with the ball. He's got 6 seconds. Ball knocked out of his stick. Back to 5-on-5, and the Wolves are running into the attack. Griffiths leaves the ball for Cunningham. Cunningham to the net. Looks back, Cody Short. Cunningham still on it, cutting across the crease, and Dubinsky kicked away his
have
shot.
a holding penalty, I think, in the Nanaimo for the goal across the crease there. Is it Miles Kenny?
Kenny is the guy going.
Going on a holding call. Yeah, he kind of had to do that, but he had a check there with him. Here goes the replay here. You look on the far side, Kenny got beaten. He just wraps the guy around.
No quit on that Victoria side, that is for sure. Down by 5 with 1:18 remaining in this lacrosse game from Frank Crane Arena. Short, Lias. Blind pass, Cunningham tried to take it, couldn't control. Up for grabs, Lias recovers, fakes, pass down low. Cunningham, cross floor pass,
Nice
great save,
save.
Dubinsky on Short.
Beautiful pass from the right crease man to the left crease, and a great save.
Preston, Kelly shoots high. And the ball going to the rafters.
That
That's going to
didn't
be
hit
the Nanaimo
anybody.
ball.
That's a Nanaimo ball. 50 seconds left.
And the Timbermen will try and end the game with the ball rag. 50 seconds. John Diplock draws a double team. He and Yeager are all tied up. The ball is loose. Ratcliffe was going to pick it up. It's the Nanaimo ball anyhow. 39 seconds remaining. Ratcliffe motioning for Wilson to get over the restraining line. Ball free. Stick knocked out of the hands of Bashford, and the Nanaimo gets the ball again.
25 seconds.
Kenny standing at the box now as the Timbermen throw it around the outside. Looking for lucky win number 13. 2 games left to wrap up the regular season and head to the playoffs. They hope as the number 1 seed. Langley on the road, Coquitlam at home Sunday as this game comes to an end.
Excellent showing by Nanaimo in this third period to keep that lead, press the goals up. Excellent for them.
The team adding Corey Conway to the mix, and he had a very strong game. Sam Postma, a couple of goals as well. And a guy that used to play senior A ball in Nanaimo. A fantastic period number 3 for Nick Preston. He had all 3 of the goals that Victoria had in that period. By the numbers, the first period was really the one that decided this game when you look back. 4-1 Nanaimo after the opening 20. Victoria outscoring Nanaimo 2-1 in the second period, and then Nanaimo outscoring Victoria 4-3 in the third. But the Timbermen really took control early, and they managed this game very well.
The first run in the first period there, where they got the 4-1 lead, that's what won the game. But they held on the rest of it. It was a close game, even though the score says 10-5. I think the Nanaimo's goalie played great, and Victoria's goalie played really well.
Dubinsky was leading the handshake line there as John Diplock, the captain, guiding his team to another victory. The season in the middle had some lulls for the Timbermen. They had expected to maybe cruise through some of those regular season games a little easier than they did, but coming into form at the right time, as you see some of the goals from the third period.
Cross is excellent, nice, excellent athletic play there. Here's the Nanaimo's goal across the crease to Joey Fendick, beautiful from left to right. Here's Jonathan cut between 2 men, Diplock.
That's the goal that made it 2-1, and this was Nanaimo's power first
power
period.
Cut. He's a small power forward, but he's a power forward. And then this is Corey Conway's cuts between, does the cross hand. Just a beautiful goal. And here's the hurt hustle and dive across and come back on the goal by Postuma for Nanaimo's 4th goal.
And then we go into the second period after this goal. That was the 4-1 tally.
Yeah, and then that's a big save there by Dubinsky on that one. They're coming across. Here's another nice save. Oh, that was the goal. No, that was the save. That was a beautiful save, that stick save on the ball going across. Here's Langlois' cut to the net, and it's the first goal of the second period.
We'll see the controversial one coming up after this one by Short.
Nice save there, but
there's
then
Cody Short just off the
recovery again, on that rebound, went right to him as he's coming out of the corner.
This next replay, is this in or is it not?
Yeah,
Watch the crossbar.
No goal. I think it hits the crossbar, hits the goalie, and comes back.
That's what
out.
I think too.
That's a tight one. We'll see here.
And now we move on to the third period. There's the second of the game for Postma. Beautiful effort by number 90. And some deception through the screen. Darren Wilson realized that Mulligan couldn't see. And just a perfect bounce shot. And then it's the Nick Preston show as he comes off the wing. That was a 4-on-4 goal.
Here's Conway, faked his pass to the corner, down to the crease, and then unloads the ball very quick. Fake down to the crease man. Nice outside bounce shot. Beautiful.
World-class ball player, number 91, no doubt about that.
And this is the one from the dancer. No, this is the nice outside cutter.
There's Preston's
shot.
second.
Here's that nice bounce shot. Nice save. Big save there. That's the 2 in a row here.
That was the
Does
first
he
of the 2 in a row.
And then
because
he
look
gets the
up,
second one.
there's the second one.
And those were two men breaking in all alone. That's a nice over the shoulder by Joey Fendick, and a beautiful cut across and over the shoulder.
Tough to read for Cody Cook coming into the game late too. The final score again, 10-5. The Timbermen beat the Victoria Wolves. Let's head downstairs now and join Matt Carter.
Thank you very, very much, Dan and Jim. Great job on the play-by-play as always. Hat trick for the Victoria Wolves, Nick Preston, but not enough. It's a great offensive performance from the Nanaimo Timbermen, including 3 points from Cale Ratcliffe and Darren Wilson, 4 from Corey Shires, and 4 points for our player of the game, Corey Conway, who joins us now on the broadcast. Corey, how did the game go in your eyes?
It went really well. We capitalized on our scoring chances early. It seemed to get away from us a little bit in the second period, but, we seemed to outlast them with a bit of fitness, and our young guys kind of kept us through it, and our goalie played outstanding. So. Yeah,
definitely some great plays from Dubinsky. Now, you're a recent addition to the team. What kind of sense are you getting from the Timbermen here now a few games in?
I guess the thing I'm most excited about is just how much of a team it is. When everybody plays together and everybody's super positive and supports one another. It might be a cliche thing to say, but it really is refreshing, and I'm just happy to be a part of it.
All right, so again, a great contribution to the game tonight, and we have 2 goals of yours to look at here. Let's check you over to the screen and just let us know what was happening.
Yeah, I'm just trying to attack the middle and take the ball over top, and just trying to get the ball off any way I can, and I guess I was lucky enough to find the back of the net. Getting a couple high fives from my favorite fellas there, Diplock and Mr. Cale Ratcliffe. And the next one, I just kind of, tried to bounce the ball far side, and was lucky enough to find the net and kind of balling around the screen. And it was a kind of a lucky spot.
Must admit, our announcers were talking about how amazed they were. There's basically no backswing on that shot as well. So pretty much all in the wrists.
Yeah, I don't have a ton of retention or a pocket or whip, whatever word you want to call it. But the ball seems to come out smooth, and once again, I was lucky enough to find the back of the net with it.
Perfect. All right, last question for you here. Obviously, we're coming up on the provincial championship soon, and then as hosts get to play for the national championship as well. So what does it mean to you to be able to play here for national championship and in front of these fans in Nanaimo?
Yeah, really, I couldn't be more excited. As much of good guys are on the floor, obviously the people in the community, they really want this, and, they support us 100%, and, we're looking forward as a team to showing them what we're made of, and then, hopefully bringing home a national championship.
All right, thank you so much for your time, Corey. All the best, and enjoy the win tonight, and good luck toward the provincials.
Appreciate it, thank you.
All right, swing in your player of the game, Corey Conway, and officially 4 points. The Nanaimo Timbermen 10-5 win over the Victoria Wolves. The next 2 games for these 2 teams, Victoria is finishing off the regular season with 2 more games on the road versus the Royal Steel Capitals at Queen's Park Arena on Saturday, July 14th, before finishing off the regular season a day later against the Ladner Pioneers. Nanaimo's next game is on the road versus the Langley Warriors on July 14th, before returning to Frank Crane Arena to finish off the regular season against the Quillam Adanacs on July the 15th. Also a reminder to lacrosse fans, of course, Nanaimo is hosting the 2018 President's Cup, the Canadian Lacrosse Association Senior B Box Lacrosse Championship. Those matches taking place August 26th to September 2nd. 8 conference champions from across the country and the host Nanaimo Timbermen battling for that championship. You can catch a week's worth of matchups between those 8 champions and the Nanaimo Timbermen right here at Frank Crane in Nanaimo. For more information and tickets, visit NanaimoTimbermen.com. And also very happy to say that Shaw TV in Nanaimo is very proud to broadcast the bronze and gold medal games on September 2nd. Those will be on Shaw TV Channel 4 across Vancouver Island and also on Shaw TV Nanaimo's streamed live YouTube page. Speaking of online, our next Shaw TV Mall production will be online. It's the 2018 Silly Boat Regatta on Sunday, July the 15th, in support of the Nanaimo Child Development Center. Dozens of boats handmade from recycled materials, all sorts of fun costumes. It's basically a race around Swailana Lagoon in a sense of silliness, and again, fundraising for children and families being helped and supported by the Nanaimo Child Development Center. Highly recommend you check it out. So tune in live on our YouTube page on Sunday, July 15th at 1 p.m. We also will do a rebroadcast that on TV on Shaw TV Channel 4, Tuesday, July 17th at 7 p.m. Once again, our final score here from Frank Crane Arena in Nanaimo. Nanaimo 10, Victoria 5. On behalf of Dan Marshall, Jim Kipp, our Shaw TV crew, and our amazing, amazing volunteers, thank you so much for your support of West Coast Senior Lacrosse Association Senior B Lacrosse, and thank you so much for watching. Good night from Nanaimo.